Welcome to another third in a row. Double trouble march. Rock and roll march, march. To the mountain on this sunny but cold day. It is very sunny and we're gonna start from NDG, the park. And we're gonna rock and roll. Look at those flags. We're gonna rock and roll for the farmers of North America today, food producers, all those involved in the production and the distribution of food. No food waste, please. For the farmers of the collective North American civilization today, going in steel-toe boots with meditation, starting from Parc Notre-Dame-de-Grâce, the place du 375 de Parc Notre-Dame-de-Grâce, NDG Park. And we're gonna switch to that French because we love Provence in a bit, but we're gonna start in that English. So this march is especially dedicated to the farmers today, and of course always my anonymous sister friend, the greatest woman I know in the world. If I make a million, gonna give her half. Calling all to the Global Dragon Union, Canada, coast to coast. My Quebecer family here, this Quebecer Canadian who was born right on this island in many past lives, many incarnations. Gonna say my gratitude today, coast to coast. This island is all I know. In the past years, gonna go say thank you to the farmers. Food security starts with them, and the butchers, and the bakers, and the nurses, and the doctors. And gonna give a little bit of gratitude for this right here. See. I wish I could paint it a little bit. It needs a little bit of painting. I'm willing to do volunteering to paint the sports. This is of course hockey rink. This is a hockey rink. Love hockey, can't skate but can't break, so that's a problem. I can maybe go more applaud and cheer on, especially the new women's hockey league. Give to charity for food security for make a million, so and finance them. I would love to put a red or blue or white. Red, blue, and white, or lots of colors, rainbow, maybe even whatever. Lots of colors, whatever colors, blue or this gray. Just paint it all one color, two colors, just red and white. A little bit of blue, maybe three colors, two colors, 7 colors, rainbow or black and white and green. A little bit of color. I would love to paint it if anybody. I'm willing to do volunteering, blah blah blah. To the mountain we go on the march for the farmers today. Meditation, because food security starts with them as always. I'm gonna say my gratitude as I go to the mountain with this, my work tool. Work with what we got sometimes, Got hands, got feet, tiny hands, tiny little. Don't tell nobody, everybody knows CIA, no need to spy on me. We go. Encouraging all to work out, train, exercise. Working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and shall be my medicine and therapy of choice. And I got 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I always, of course, check left and right before I cross the street, because of course for added security you gotta turn left and right, because you never know, brakes might malfunction, and brakes can malfunction. The citizen driver might press the accelerator instead of the brakes. The citizen driver might press the accelerator instead of the brakes. The citizen driver might press by mistake. Mistakes, I do it every day. Error, we learn every day. Learning every day, doing every day is also part of it. And again today, see here, turn my head left and right, and right and left, and left and right. At the intersection there's only a stop sign on the south to north, because now I'm going east. Right, I'm going on these steel-toe boots. Marching in steel-toe boots. I'm going all the way to the mountain and thanking the truckers. Imagine, let's do a meditation on the truckers now. All the truckers going east, west, north, south. Truckers driving, see that truck? And let's do a meditation, because now in real time there's a definite number of trucks going Mexico, Canada, US, and from Mexico, from Canada, and from US who cross east, who cross north, cross west, and of course who go deliver our goods and to the truckers who deliver all the goods now. Big dragon hugs. Some rock and roll for the truckers on the road. Some rock and roll for the truckers on the road. With our goods and goods we go. They got that tons of potatoes. They got those avocados and those bananas and that milk and that bacon. And that sugar and that flour. They got that sugar and that flour that we needed, don't we? We got that sugar and that flour. In the trucks, you know, we tower. And let's go, it's our time to pass. So a little bit of meditations, always rock and roll 24/7. Unedited, unscripted. Rock and roll 24/7, cross. Turn your heads left and right when you cross the street, because you never know, brakes might malfunction. And of course, for added citizen security, you gotta cross left and right. And of course, we gotta go to the mountain. Here we gotta salute our firefighters. Firefighters. Gotta give them those salute. The firefighters, citizen firefighters. Let's do a little bit of rock and roll for the firefighters. For the firefighters on those trucks. We're going to the mountain, that's what's up. For the butchers and the bakers. For the nurses and the doctors. For those grocery store clerks. We're going, that's what's up, on these steel toes. And we're going all the way to the mountain. All the way to the mountain, 8 kilometers. We're gonna go all the way to the mountain for this 3rd in a row 2024 march in steel toes. And yes, I feel good already. I already been about 44 minutes, but see, even though if I got 3 seconds, look at that beauty. That's a beautiful dog there. So fluffy, so white. It's a bit like a wolf. Beautiful dog. It has a little like a wolf. Tiny wolf. It's so beautiful. But of course, I gotta admire dogs from more afar because I can't pet them much. Those that have the long, thick fur, so except for poodles, as you know from my videos, except for poodles. And I think once the dog came close and I started sneezing like 3 times, like 7 weeks ago, and that was proof right there. But it depends on the fur length and on the thickness of the hair of the dog. So not all dogs. Hey, look at that beautiful house. My anonymous sister deserves to live in houses like this in Westmount entry now. Now being on the march, of course, left. It was like past 1, so now I already feel good. But today's special march dedicated to the farmers and all food producers, those who get the wheat, those of course who get the potatoes, those who get of course all the food products and everything that we do for the food, and that we of course rock and roll for them, and we love them, and the bakers and the butchers and all those involved in the production and the distribution of food, you know. Here we go. Gotta turn your heads left and right, and from the left and from the right, and from the right and from the left. Cause see here, give you an example right there. You got the stop sign, which is to the left and to the right, and only north and south, right? That's north and south. And here, when they go straight, there's no stop sign. There's no stop sign. So when they go straight, there's absolutely no stop sign. No stop sign. No stop sign. But when they go east-west, there's no stop sign, but there's a stop sign south-north. So always you gotta put yourself in a position of the driver, right? So here we are on, again, the same thing, although here there's stop signs on each of the 4 corners, east, west, north, south. So now my camera's pointing north. I'm filming north. When I'm pointing now is east. See, so he's got to stop, and there got to stop when he's coming from the south. I'm pointing the camera towards the south. See? So they got stop sign, they got stop sign, and of course we're going to the mountain, rock and roll 24/7, and encouraging you all to work out, train, exercise, and with consent. Hug like you never hugged before is the main message. With consent, hug like you never hugged before is the main message. With consent, hug like you never hugged before is the main message. Now, I cannot stress enough the importance of regular physical exercise, and has been, is, and will be my medicine and therapy of choice. And of course, the fact that today is the 4th of January 2024, this is the 3rd March in a row, As yesterday was dedicated, of course, to my fellow Aspie Nation, as I do have Asperger's, and the day before was also dedicated to the new women's sports leagues, and today is going to be dedicated to farmers, food producers, and all involved in the production and the distribution of food, which of course food security starts with our farmers. So see what I'm doing here? Also, I cross the street, they got to stop because there's a stop sign, but also turn left and right nonetheless, because like I said, the brakes can potentially malfunction. You press the brakes, the car doesn't stop. It can be a mistake of the citizen driver to press the accelerator and not the brakes. So those things happen. So we gotta do extra careful because now I'm in the public, right? So myself, Citizen Dragon, independent Aspie artist, athlete, philosopher, geopolitical analyst, interiorist, rainbow dragon, androgynous, pansexual, gay, pansexual, androgynous, or pansexual, gay, androgynous, who likes that BDSM switch. No need to spy on me. We're going to the mountain, rock and roll. Give me some push-ups. Leaders of the free world, and we gotta take that action. Sometimes it's taking a little bit of action, you know, and meditation, and you know, I got that gratitude 24/7. Gratitude is super important for me, and as a survivor of COVID, it's gonna be 61 days. In 61 days, it's gonna be 4 years. So I had COVID at about end of January until about mid-February or so, something like that. So see, here's the light, but here's also the bus, so I can cross left and right, and I'm gonna go up. So I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna wait for the light, or yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the light here, and of course I'm gonna continue discussing, because I love that. See this little red house, it's just beautiful, and I really love it. I actually want to feel like taking a picture of it, but whatever. A picture, and I can actually see my anonymous sister living in one of these houses here, entering Lower Westmount, Middle Westmount, and Upper Westmount. Of course, as I said, that I survived COVID. Of course, I had it. It was end of January 2020 until about mid-February. So it's gonna be 4 years. 4 years, 4 years. And you know, due to the fact that I have Asperger's, people who are Aspies have Asperger's, we're obsessed about different topics of interest. Myself, of course, my main 3 topics of interest, and if I discuss or study, I'm very intense. I'm super focused. I can focus and discuss for hours on that particular subject. My subjects are study of civilizations, civilizational studies, geopolitics, 24/7, sports and fitness. As you can see, that of course I work out, train, exercise over time, every time. Dancing is my favorite sport, marching with it. I love boxing, I love hockey, I love basketball, and gridiron. Gridiron is my third favorite or second favorite after dancing, hiking, marching. So I love all things of physical activity, and of course I encourage people to regular physical activity as I engage in it myself, of course. And it has been, is, and will be my medicine and therapy of choice, and have been, and will continue to call for the mass financing of citizens to work out, to train, and to exercise as I go now marching, hike. It's kind of like hiking, marching once I get there, but now I'm on Westmount, and of course it is my medicine and therapy of choice, and I love engaging in physical activity, and it brings me wellness, and I get my dose of social media. I check my emails, nothing less for business. I send some emails for my French, because I'm an independent artist, athlete, comedian in both the official languages. French, I'm a Quebecer, and I'm a Canadian. I was born in the USA twice in previous incarnations in past lives. Read George Patton's poem Through a Glass Darkness. So matter of fact, just down south, my brothers and sisters in the USA, I can get being a Republican Democrat, or as a pro-labor and love centrist, universal revolutionary centrist who believes in my Trinity, or theory, that Holy Trinity based on the 4th dimension, and who's in love with this majestic building. And I still forgot to check whether those pillars are Ionic, Doric, or Corinthian. Corinthian, Doric, or Ionic. If they're Corinthian, Doric, or Ionic. If they're Doric, Corinthian, or Ionic. If they're Doric, Corinthian, or Ionic. So those there, they are there, and I just love the structure of this building. I would love to see a little bit more color, but I love the pillars, the gold and the blue. But I just love it, and majestic, and it's a private high school, Marianopolis, and I just love the architectural style of this building. It's actually one of my favorite buildings in Montreal, of course, and as this is my home, has been in many past lives and many previous incarnations. I was born 11 times right on this island, and of course I have amnesia, so I cannot access memories like that. 7, 8, 9 years. And what I do remember is where I used to live, there was lots of mold. There was lots of mold, and I was chronically sick. I survived from my journals, what I wrote, that I was survived a few years ago, near fatal head wound from a black sword, near fatal head wound from a black sword, near fatal head wound from a black sword. But I'm building a new sword now, the new sword with these words of my will by the sun, the Pope, my King, shine, the Queen of Infinite, praising the stars above, countless stars, blah blah, on this rainbow dragon style. And I want a sword for defense only, defense, security, and service only, defense, security, and service only, defense, security, and service only. More satellites built, that's built together. Elon Musk, NORAD, Dragonomic, public-private partnership initiative, blah blah. And of course, for that, of course, to be the DRT implement with a new sword, I want it to be a handle with a black snake and a white snake kissing, and a rainbow snake with rainbow tongues in between. And I want the sword to be red, red, red scarlet, like sunset and sunrise, because the sun now rises and the sun now sets. So I want my sword to be a black snake and a white snake, but they have the same rainbow tongues and they're kind of embracing and kissing. The black snake and the white snake, that's the handle. And I want red scarlet like the sunset and the sunrise, because both the sun is always rising and always setting at each pointing second in time. The sun now rises and now sets somewhere in the world, right? As the buying, selling, trading stocks, future puts on that Wall Street there. But I got trillions of kisses, although financially struggling, $10,500 in debt. I'm rich in kisses. Kisses, God, first and foremost. I'm laying the foundations for the empire with trillions of kisses, first and foremost. Some push-ups, some rock and roll, and my holy trinity of theories that I'm calling its implementation via the fourth dimension, LOVE, as I march to the mountains. So we need to get that 2 swords. I want a new sword, handle to be a black snake and a white snake kissing with rainbow tongues, and to be made out of scarlet, like scarlet, red, and a little bit of gold in it. And of course, to be a new sword, which I'm making right now to the survivor of COVID. I'm being reborn, Adrian Hanna Dragon, who's got 11 seconds to cross, plenty of time. And of course, who's loves my rock and roll, and who's an aspie with amnesia. Like, I cannot access memories that predate 7, 8, 9 years, and I survived COVID in February 2020. I almost died. I do say, and I do feel, I say I died during COVID, and nothing that I want to go back to pre-COVID. I'm just living for today, carpe diem, into the mask, to the maximum, and with what I got, my own personal intensities, because I can be intense in Asperger's, and who likes his BDSM switch, and who likes to see others work out, train, exercise, who likes to see others hug, hold hands, and share. And I hear somebody giving some acts of goodness and kindness, and giving more charity, being more charitable with millions and billions, because money is what is money fundamentally. To buy, sell, right? To buy, sell, money is fundamental. To buy, sell is a unit of exchange. And I do firmly believe in my theory, the DRT. So now as I march to the mountain, I'm going to discuss it in a bit again, because I think it's super important, and I do believe that that's the only solution for the problems we face today. Like, what is the solution for my nature, for who I am, who has survived COVID and is an aspie with amnesia, AA, and AA on one side, AA on the other, an artist and an athlete, philosopher, geopolitical analyst and theorist, a rock and roll philosopher nonetheless. You know, I rock and roll 24/7 for the farmers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, all involved in the production and the distribution of food. The truckers now on the road crossing Mexico, Canada, US, coming with those avocados, those bananas. We gotta unite my Mexican brothers and sisters. I need you to my United States brothers and sisters. I was serving in the US Army twice. We need to think coast to coast, North American collective civilization. As a philosopher, turn your heads left and right for security. That is my protocol. 3 times, even if there's a stop sign, just for added security. Because liberty got to go hand in hand with security. Security got to go hand in hand with liberty. Like, always a balance, a harmony, an equilibrium between the both. It's always to be a harmony, equilibrium, balance between the both. It's always to be a harmony, equilibrium, balance between the both. Liberty and security. Right? Security and liberty. Liberty and security. You got to go hand in hand both, man. Hand in hand both. Security and liberty. You got to be secured. Liberty got to be secured. Food, housing, and shelter, public hygiene, for dimension, hygiene. Please increase in public hygiene. I am obsessed about public hygiene, I admit it. But I did clean my bowl earlier today. I did clean the toilet bowl. I scrubbed it. I'm going to start to scrub it more, clean every morning, healing every day. You know, I like to have something better, but it's better where I live now. Where I used to live, lots of mold, was chronically ill, sick. And 6 years ago, I got out of the depression. I was depressed and suicidal. What got me out of depression was crossing Canada coast to coast. And I consider Canadians, Quebecers, North Americans my family. And yes, I am for world peace. I can be universal, international for world peace, blah, blah, yes. But all I really know is this island. My struggles, I spent many years with one foot in the streets, one foot in the libraries. I spent many years with one foot in the streets, one foot in the libraries. I spent many years with one foot in the streets, one foot in the libraries, and studied, read tens of thousands of books on philosophy, theory, art, politics, everything I do, geopolitics, and of course everything I do. I read, I studied, I've written, and I present to you my Trinity of theories, which I'm calling all to support for a public-private partnership, part of my dream, which manifests as the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom, or the Empire. The Democratic Republic of North America unite, North Americans unite for world peace, but I am a North American fundamentally, Canadian, Quebecer. First and foremost, I do not consider myself a member of a diaspora. I am for world peace, but I do not consider myself a member of a diaspora. I do not see myself a member of a diaspora. I'm a North American. What? I'm also part of a minority. You know, there's less than 1% people in the whole world. 2020 was 0.44%, less than 0.5% who have Asperger's, who are Aspies, less than 1%, so 0.44%. That is half, less than half. And of course, not only Aspies, but I'm androgynous, pansexual, you get that 50-50. And there's that clock, here we are again, and there's that clock. That time is always 7. So, at 7 p.m., 7 a.m., that clock is correct. 7 p.m., 7 a.m., that clock is correct. 7 p.m., 7 a.m., that clock is correct. 7 p.m. and 7 C. I don't know, it's been like that for 7 years. So now we're going to discuss my theory, because it's 2:11 p.m., so we're going to the mountain. And of course, days are getting longer slowly. But mid-February, we're going to start feeling it. So anyways, that clock, I don't know there, but see? That clock in the back. It's always 7 o'clock. That one there. So it's been 7 years that's like that, at least from my memory. So here I'm in Westmount, and again, if I do know somebody who deserves to live in a house like this on Westmount, it is my anonymous sister friend, greatest woman I know. And now we're going to discuss the DRT theory, because I firmly believe with all that's going on and the geopolitics and everything that's happening today now in real time. And again, I encourage you to work out, train, exercise, get some sun, and as much as you can with cream and whatever have you. And of course, share if you have a meme. If you know, stock market has until 4:30 on that New York Wall Street buy, sell, trade future stocks. Please give to charity if you make $1 million. Give 10%. 10% of $1 million is 100,000. That's 4 different charities. 25,000 for women's sports leagues. 25,000 for food security. 25,000 for LGBTQ causes, and 25,000 you can give it to, of course, maybe Asperger's. I'm part of a double minority. Got Asperger's. I'm an Aspie, so less than 0.5%, 0.44% of the whole world population. So you might not get even 1 out of 300. Not even 1 out of 300. Not even 1 out of 300 has Asperger's, also known as highly functional autism. So you need more than 300 people to get one who is an Aspie, like myself. It's rare, but it's highly functional autism, and I repeat things. I'm learning to manage it, and these past 3 years I've been learning to manage it more and more, and you know, it's manageable, but it's of course doing and taking action, and not of course to get too close to people, and of course to get too close for comfort, and to get too close to comfort for people, and of course to get to say things that are of course obsessive about certain interests, that are going to be obsessed about interests, and obsessed about certain interests and topics and civilization and geopolitics. And of course geopolitics is my obsession, and civilization and XYZ, by whatever we have, XYZ and civilizations and topics, and of course being a Thelema, whatever the case may be. So here we are on that drill for the butchers, for the bakers, for the nurses, for the doctors, for the farmers and the firefighters, and of course for those involved in the production and the distribution of food. The crows are cheering me on. Those crows are cheering me on. Those crows are cheering me on. The crows are cheering me on. Yes, rock and roll 24/7, Rainbow Dragon. Here we are to the DRT theory, to the DRT theory. The DRT theory, what is it? Make sure you turn your heads left or right before you cross the street here. Turn your heads left and right before you cross the street, and we're gonna go around about it. See here, my anonymous sister friend could deserve to live in this house right there on Westmount. I would love to make $1 million, give her half, $1 million, billion, give her half, and of course to get it on that 215. And she deserves to live in a house like this. And if I make $1 million, $1 billion, I'll definitely give half to my anonymous sister friend. 50-50. 215. Look at that crow. Crow's cheering me on. Say, go dragon, girl, dragon, we know your secrets. You like that BDSM switch. You got a little tiny scar. I got plenty of scars. Don't know, got amnesia. Here I am, rock and roll 24/7. You don't want love. LOV, I don't want nothing to do with it. Criticize with constructive added solutions. And, you know, rock and roll in the free world. And got $10,000 in debt, $10,500. I'm open for business 24/7. Rock and roll, keep it on the march, and steel toes already marched. More than the generals of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO members. March more than all the generals of the NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization member nations. And I know somebody who deserves to live in a house like this, and I'm going to discuss the Trinity of theories, and I'm going to start by the DRT. So of course the DRT theory stands for the debt refusion theory. The DRT theory stands for the debt refusion theory. So DRT are initials, right? It's an acronym, right? So DRT, there's an acronym, right? It's an acronym. So it stands for DRT, debt refusion theory. And here we are. I'm going to discuss it now. But first I'm going to show where we are, of course, with the debt, public and private debt. Again, my private debt is $10,500. But before I go into the DRT, I'm grateful, thankful that my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee. And of course got food and coffee, and got that food, got that coffee. And we gotta thank the farmers and Hydro-Quebec workers, you know, who build those, who build these dams. And of course we're gonna build some more, and we're gonna get a little bit of that. Yeah. Yeah, and we go to the mountain, you know, so we gotta be mindful, of course, that we are here, and take a carpe diem, and that way, of course, we're gonna get a little bit of that that DRT theory to discuss it and to implement it as I pass Churchill. See, and this is Westmount here, richest, most affluent neighborhood in all of Montreal, and of course, I know somebody who deserves to live in houses like this. My anonymous sister friend. If I make $1 million, I'm gonna give her half. $1 billion, I'm gonna give her half. $1 trillion, I'm gonna give her half. And we're gonna get to that 2020. I'm gonna show pictures. So this is the picture of the public financial situation reported by the CBC. So these are the official numbers and statistics for public finance. So this is the official public finance statistics. See? Turn your heads left and right. Left, right, right, left, because brakes might malfunction. And it could be that, of course, the citizen driver might press the accelerator instead of course, the brakes. Errors happen. I do mistakes on the daily. I'm clumsy sometimes. I got that Asperger. Sometimes I'm clumsy, except when I focus and when I work out and when I box and when I dance and when I discuss geopolitics and my theories and my dream. Then not, but in other circumstances, part of being clumsy sometimes has got that aspy. But you know, I can put on I fight my own battles, so if I want to put my own gloves, whatever the case may be, and gotta get that drill. See, wow, that plane, man. Wow. Hey, plane, the plane above, that's that. Wow, look how it slides, so beautiful. Wow. I'm a fan of construction workers. I'm a fan, of course, of pilots. How's that Canadian Armed Forces, CAF? Let's go build some more helicopters. And here is the financial situation with the debt. So my brothers and sisters, in 2020, 2021, this is just paying the interest on the debt. So this is what's called debt servicing, right? So this is not the whole debt. The debt is in the trillions, but nonetheless, again, before I do continue, gotta turn my heads left and right, because there's stop signs on each north, east, west, south. But like I said, the brakes might malfunction, and of course might not function so well, but of course it can be possibly that the brakes not function properly and that the person is the accelerator, and of course these things do happen, and of course it is a possibility that these things might occur. So here it is. So 2020 to 2021, this was the debt. See? To pay the debt, to service the interest. See? 2020 to 2021. 2020 to 2021. 2020 to 2021. So in 2020 to 2021, it was 20.3 billion. Keep in mind that a billion is 1,000 million. So just gonna get out of the way for that. No worries. I'm just gonna pass you. Don't worry, no worries. Fellow citizen there, you know, apologize, she's sorry, but she's got to attend to her dog, and I love dogs, but depending on whatever kind it is, if I get too allergic, if they get too close, so no problem, I just circumvented, and very nice for a citizen to apologize the circumstances, putting the little boots on the doggy, so I got to be understanding, you know, because we cannot base our civilization and our society just on force, just on strength, and just on, so I said we got to also base it on love, L-O-V-E, understanding, and my compassion is by action, so that is the action I did. Circumvent her to be more at ease with her work, putting the little boots on the dog, and of course putting the little boots on the dog is important for the dog because there's of course little pieces of dirt, little pieces of rocks, little pieces of salt, right? So whatever the case may be. And here it is, you can see part of the island and you can see part of the river. So that was my little compassion by action, because I'm an Aspie, so you know us, we're a bit weird. Probably that's why I lost a lot of friends over the past years. I made new friends, making new friends, friends with benefits only. Bring to the table, I bring to the table first and foremost kisses, tickles, rock and roll, lots of hugs, H-U-G-S, blah blah blah. And of course, as we go to the mountain, but Aspies, we have, when somebody says something that they're doing this and that, we're gonna show compassion, or I'm gonna show compassion by some action. So the action which we do to offer something, if you say you're hungry, we might offer you some food. Or if you say you got a sore neck, we might offer you a massage. Or sore feet, we're gonna offer to wash your feet or do a massage. Because we do compassion by action, practical action, or pleasurable action. That's part of having a Aspies. We're like that. Sometimes people think we're Aspies are without emotions or feelings or social awkward, but it's not that. It's just that we show love and understanding and compassion more by offering some action, offering to do something for another, rather than just saying I'm sorry or feeling sorry for somebody. Many Aspies, most Aspies, I know myself as an Aspie, will not do that, but will offer some solutions or to do something for them, to alleviate, to help, to support in whatever's needed. Of course, this can be financial, and broke, I cannot give nothing but no money, but of course I cannot give nothing but of course LOVE and hugs and whatever have you, but of course I cannot help financially, but I can give a can of food, 2 cans of food, 3 cans of food, or some noodles, or a little bit of food if somebody's hungry, or hugs, or a little massage, or of course it can be with consent and hygiene. Also, like the more adult type of services, consent and hygiene, the more adult type of services with consent, hygiene, the more adult type of services, or whatever the case may be. If you're friends and looking to make new friends with benefits, and got that Aspie with amnesia, I don't remember, like 7, 8, 9 years. I remember surviving COVID, all the work that I did and still doing, because this is my work, and of course gratitude is part of it. And I'm proud to say that my theory, with all the imperfection, all the Asperger's, everything I got's Aspie, and obsessed about study of civilizations, which includes the study of public finance. You know, I still learn every day, but of course here it is. So in 2020, 2021, the debt servicing, so paying the interest on the debt, was of course 20.3 billion. There you go. So 2021, it was 20 billion. 1 billion is 1,000 million. So I'm gonna turn my head left and right, because they got the stop sign to the south, to the north, and to the east, and to the south. Thelema, thank you, merci. See, they gave me priority. Really appreciate that. Thank you, fellow citizens. They did it with their hands, so because I stopped, they didn't have priority to cross, although they had a stop sign there. They arrived there first, so they chose to give me priority to pass. They did very kindly, the driver, like that with the hand. So I said thank you and I passed. So that's the cooperation, that's the compromise in the public, because we got to look each other for each other's safety and for each other's liberty, because they're exercising their liberty to drive west. Maybe they're going to passing by my house offering me some business, I don't know, whatever the case may be. I'm going to the mountain, I'm going east, they were going west, and we gotta secure liberty and blah 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 blah. Secure liberty and ensure security with a little bit of a more changes sometimes can be for blood, sweat and tears. And again, if I know somebody who deserves to live in houses like this, right there's Ramsey, D-R-A-M-S-E-Y at the corner. D Ramsey, my anonymous sister friend, deserves to be 7 times richer than Oprah. All the 7 Kardashian families put together times 7. That's 49, and deserves to live in a house like this. So my anonymous sister friend deserves to live in a house like this. Houses like this, and I can live right next door. 7,000. I see Ramsey, R-A-M-E-Z-A-Y. Ramsey. Here's Ramsey. And Mount Rose, see? And again, I gotta turn my head left and right if I cross the street, because you never know. Double check, triple check, turn heads left, right, north, east, west, south, like in a circle almost. Rotate that head, for added security. So here it is again. So, but this says the ballooning debt charges from the CBC. This was taken November 22nd, 2023. This was November 22nd, 2023. This was November 22nd, 2023. So barely 44 days has passed, more or less 44 days from today, January 4th. So the debt charges for the 2020-2021, the interest on the debt, public debt, all the public debt of Canada was 20.3 billion. A billion is 1,000 million. 3 years later, for the budget coming up in this year, 2023-2024, the debt was 46.5 billion. So it more than doubled, because doubled would have been 20.3 times 2, 40.6. It more than doubled to 46.5, 46.5. So more than doubled. So my brothers and sisters, there's no way now but my DRT theory. So again, you can see the ballooning debt charges, they went more than doubled. So again, there's no other way but my DRT theory. So the DRT theory, I'm going to explain it. So first and foremost, my DRT theories need to be understood that it of course incorporates what's called monetary integration theory. Monetary integration theory is basically what they did in the European Union with the euro, right? The euro. So in Germany, they got rid of the Deutsche Mark. In France, they got rid of the franc. In Italy, they got rid of the lira. And they adopted in many countries a common currency, the euro. So my DRT theory contains the monetary integration theory, the DRT, right? Contains the DRT theory. Right. So my DRT theory contains monetary integration. And so the DRT theory explained taking all public and private debt, right, together, of all North American collective civilization, or the North American civilizational complex of all North America, and of course creating what I call a new currency called the UE. So take all private and public debt. My debt as a private citizen is of course about 10,500. 10,500 more or less. 10,500 more or less. 10,500, right? That is my debt as a private citizen in Canadian dollars. My debt, your debt, our debt, collective debt. All the debt put together combined is going to be in the trillions of Canada, US, Mexico, Haiti, the Gourd, Cuba is a paradox, but also the islands who constitute part of the North American collective, like Bahamas and Jamaica, and of course all the islands that are part of North America, or what I call the North American collective civilization, or the North American civilizational complex. So of course that is taking all the debt, the public and the private. My private debt is 10,500. Add it all together, and since the United States dollar is still the currency of choice for, of course, world trade, for international commerce, and for, of course, international commerce and for world trade and for business and global finance and international trade and the world finance. The United States dollar has been challenged, but it still is, of course, the currency of choice for international trade, for global business, global trade. The US dollar is still the international currency of choice. And of course, right here, right now, on this 4th of January, so take all public and private debt, whatever the number is, it's gonna be in dollars, because we're gonna do the conversion. So all the Canadian debt in Canadian dollars is gonna be in the trillions. So all the debt of Canada, whatever it is in the name, is in the trillions. Take it all together, refuse it, and do the conversion. So all the public and the private debt of all citizens and the public and the public as well, the public debt and the private debt. So taking it all, doing a refusion, doing the conversion first in US dollars of Mexico. Mexico's got that peso, Mexican peso. Do the conversion in US dollars, Haitian gourd, all the debt converted. The United States is gonna stay the same because the United States doesn't change because it's still the currency of choice. So all that number added up is gonna be in the trillions, right? So all the number in the trillions. Hey, gotta salute our ambulance drivers. Just saw the ambulance, paramedics, and the firefighters. We gotta give them a big salute. Our firefighters, we gotta give them a big salute, and gotta give our ambulance a little bit of rock and roll. Gotta give them a little peace and a little bit of love, and saluting our firefighters, our ambulance drivers, and tell them that we love them. Some big love, big hugs to our ambulance drivers, to the firefighters, first responders, and gotta give them a big LOVE, and that we appreciate them and we appreciate their work, and we appreciate them being on the field and on the ground, as I am, of course, 24/7 immersed with all the things that is happening in my island. Of course, from those struggling to those in the skyscrapers and the millionaires, the billionaires at all levels of the North American civilizational complex. The firefighters, ambulance drivers, they need some big loving, some big hugs. Y'all can come see me for hugs and for dancing and for rock and roll, 24/7 open for business, and encourage all to stay fit and exercise. And of course, it's part of the dynamics, because of course we need to encourage all to work out, train, exercise, and to be on the low, and to be on the go. And here we are at the base of the mountain on a beautiful sunny day, and again the DRT theory explained. So taking all private and public debt, whatever the debt is going to be in the trillions. Doing a refusion, all the debt is going to be in the trillions of dollars. So doing that debt conversion, converting US dollars, the Canadian debt, the Mexican debt, and of course the Haitian debt, Jamaican debt, and all the debt of the North American countries. And with that money, finance a new North American integrated or global bank, if you will, with the BIS, Bank of International Settlements, and create. And with that money, all that debt, public and the private, is going to be the initial money supply. And then set an interest rate charges of 10% maximum, freeze the prices of all goods and services at that point in time, ASAP. Today, January 1st, maybe February, first week of February, second week of February, as early late as, of course, March. Now, of course, we're gonna go now. We're at the base of the mountain, and on these steel toes, we're gonna rock and roll, and we're gonna discuss some more about the DRT as we made it to the top. And again, grateful, thankful that my rent's paid, electricity bill's paid, and I'm gonna go around about it, and I'm gonna go a few times, go some drills in the forest, as you know we go. And today, especially for the farmers, but always including my anonymous sister friend, the butchers, the bakers, the ambulance drivers. Saw those firefighters, gotta salute the firefighters, gotta salute them, and they're on the works, and they be doing that good. Somebody give them some good love, some good hugs to our firefighters, to our ambulance drivers, and let's go for the rock and roll. There we go. On the steel toes we go up. Who wants to finance that I go up and down? 300 times that I go up and down. 300 times that I go up and down. 300 times I go up and down. 300 times up and down I go. 300 times for a cause of your choosing, for the firefighters, for the butchers, for the bakers, for the farmers. I can go up and down 300 times for $300. He steel toes with some rock and roll, film it. Maybe with something better, a GoPro, blah, 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 blah. Nothing to do with if not love, LOVE. Montreal is all I know. Gotta go east, west, north, south, and gotta keep it drilling right here for the firefighters, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, coast to coast. Throughout the collective North American civilization. And on this island, gotta go up and down, up and down, up and down. We going up, up, up for the firefighters, for the butchers, for the farmers today, first and foremost, and all those involved in the production and the distribution of food. Again, the DRT explained a little bit. Now that I made it to the mountain, what time it is. Gonna get my feel good. And I put these away, auctioning these and the steel toes, and of course the jeans and things that I'm wearing, auctioning these for $1 million to give half to my anonymous sister friend. These glasses, auctioning them for $1 million, and I made it. Let's see how many times, how much it took me. It took me 45 minutes on the clock. On the mountain is 2:35, and I feel good. This is my second home, and I love coming here to the mountain, and I love coming and drilling it in all the way. And I like to be in civilization and nature. It takes both. And I like to come commute with nature, you know, nature. And I see somebody jogging, good for you, jog some more. And I love this sunny day, although it's cold. It's on the cold, it's on the cool side. And we're going on all the way up, and we're gonna go around about it. Let's see how much time did I have to make it here. It's 2:36, right? So it took me about, of course, 1 hour and 22 minutes. So it took me, since I started, 1 hour and 22 minutes. So it took me about an hour and 22 minutes. See? It took me 1 hour and 22 minutes. That's how long it took me. 1 hour and 22 minutes. 1 hour, 22 minutes. I took a little bit of a longer route. I'm gonna be honest, I actually wanted to check a donation place, because last time I found some croissants, so that's why I took the longer route. I was gonna take the shorter, which is about an hour, so I decided to take a half an hour longer because I wanted to check a place, verify, and there was no donations this time. But a few weeks ago I passed, and there's like a place where people donate goods. Like there's candy, there's pasta, there's bread, and last time there were these nice little pastries and nice little croissants with chocolate. So the 2 bags, they weren't that fresh, but I'm grateful. They were so good. They were super good. I think they're like a day old, and they got rid of it from the market. They couldn't sell them, but I appreciate that donation. I think they were a day old. Like they were like, you know, little bags. Big bags. I think there were 3 or 4 per each. The bag that I took, I know I had 7, had 3 croissants and 4 croissants and 3 chocolatines with chocolate in it. And I took a bag for me, a bag for my anonymous sister, and of course I left the other bags for somebody else. But nonetheless, here we are, made it. And I gotta give a little bit of shout out. I like this. This is a new addition here that they put. It's public works, so you can now situate yourself where you're going. So we're going to the Chalet du Mont-Royal and the Belvedere Condirnac, but we're not gonna go by the main road. We're gonna go by the side. See? So where we like to go. This is my second home. I invite you all here from the US. Come do a little bit of rock and roll with us. I'm from the Belvedere Condirnac. That's where we're heading. It says 1,105 meters. That's a kilometer, but I'm gonna take a longer route. So that's Chalet in Montreal, and come American brothers and sisters, come of course, have fun with us, and encourage people to jog, to exercise, to keep fit, stay fit, and do a little bit of workout around the about and get that sweat. It always feels good when you're here, and Now it's a bit cool, but this is like my second home, so I'm of course 4 seasons, and I just love coming here. It's like bringing me so much joy. The air's so much fresh, and I love to come sing here, meditate here, and this is my home. Reminds me, of course, every time that I come here, I get a little memories from past lives. So I was born on this island 11 times, on the island of Montreal, which is surrounded by a river, right? So one life, I was born as a Quebecer, French Canadian. I helped Louis Cyr with a strong man. I did what's called arm wrestling, right? And my right arm was in a strike for 7 years. Wanted better wages. 7 years I couldn't use it, but anyways. So many past lives, many incarnations right here, 4th of January 2023, depending to who, when our time starts, whatever common era, what the case may be. If you're starting 1904, you're Thelema 93, shh. Whatever the case may be, blah, 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 blah. Encourage all to work out, train, exercise, and come here, my American brothers and sisters. I was born that way in the USA. I was born twice in a past life. I served 2 times. 2 times I served. Both times when I was born in the USA, I served in the United States Army. So both times when I served, I was born in the USA post 1776 twice. I was born in the United States post 1776 twice. I was born in the United States post 1776 twice. And of course, I was born twice in the United States, served in the United States Army twice. And here I am, beautiful blue sky. Out to my son, the Pope, the King, shining. And I'm going to go drill it on these steel-toe boots. On the mountain, here we go for the looks. So we're going to go drill it all the way to the top, all the way to the Belvedere. And we're going to pass by where I want to build, with your help, the forgotten goddess temple in the House of the Dragon. So here we are. Grateful, thankful, and going to discuss my DRT theory again, because it's super important and I firmly believe in it, that it is the only way forward, the only solution for the implementation now what's happening across the collective North American civilization and across the world to avert financial collapse, catastrophe, where we are with both the public and the private debt. Many people have reached record level debt. So I'm calling all my citizen sister, Christia Freeland, my Freeland, Bank of Canada, and of course the Federal Reserve and BlackRock, Larry Fink, is not to be confused with Blackstone. It's not the same. Blackstone is financial institution, private. BlackRock is the most one who has the most assets under management, AUMs. Buy, sell, give some charity, support the DRT theory for the creation of the UE. So the DRT theory explained now as I'm marching in the second home. This is my mountain, like my second home. As I march here, grateful, thankful. Rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food, got coffee, and of course I am open for business 24/7. And yours truly, love and rock and roll for the road up in the roads. Not perfect, far from it. Got some issues, got some vices. Got that amnesia, I'm an Asperger's, androgynous, pansexual, loves my BDSM switch, support the DRT theory is the only way forward from progress, some change, to blood, sweat, and tears. My brothers and sisters, all we got, I'm calling to my black brothers and sisters who are black. Brothers and sisters of the collective North American sisters who are black. 13.3% of our fellow North Americans are black. So, get a long choice. I'm going to do a little bit of justice with how I know. What I offer all my allies and armies, pledge your allegiance to our family. What I offer all my allies and armies, pledge your allegiance to our family. What I offer all my allies and armies, pledge your allegiance to our family. First and foremost, kisses. You can say no to the kisses. Tickles, you can say no to the tickles, no to the hugs, blah blah blah, la la la, blah blah blah, some rock and roll. Sing me some rock and roll, Rainbow Dragon, that will suffice. I can do that. But that's what I offer all. And North Americans Unite is the song, and support the DRT, because with all the imperfections, and yes, in some things I am mediocre, in some things I am average, in some things I am so being so average and mediocre in some things. Being average, so mediocre in some things. I'm also great, super, and excellent in some other things. And I'm a pro-labor, love, universal revolutionary centrist, Because I believe the universal revolutionary centrist for coast-to-coast defense, security, and service, for the creation of the Dragon Army, public-private partnership, blah, 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 blah. DRT theory is not no way forward, nothing, but the DRT theory can actually save from the financial calamity which we're now facing, my brothers and sisters. And I can say that with, of course, extreme extreme pride and extreme confidence that the DRT theory is, of course, the only way forward now to love. And to love by action always, and of course encourage you all to work out, train, exercise, and gotta be mindful. Construction workers, they're the ones gonna build the buildings. I'm a fan, rock and roll for the construction workers in steel toe boots, putting out those cranes up on those cranes, the metal and the steel and the cement and the firefighters, and gotta send them some LOVE and some appreciation, and we gotta get that rock and roll for the drill, man, you know, and peace, you know, we gotta have a little bit of peace and rejoicing, and, you know, I encourage, and this is for the firefighters as well, and I want to be loved, and somebody said out there you'll be famous, but rather than fame, and for to be loved, and I'm grateful where I live now. It's better than where I used to live, you know, where I used to live. It's still a bit small, but it's better than where I used to live, and I healed a lot, and I'm healing here in my second home, and please support the construction of the house of the dragon right there. But anyways, blah blah, today's all I got. Carpe diem, 300 trillions of kisses I got, blah 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 blah. Theory gotta be implemented in philosophy, gotta get for that NATO no dragon army, and of course to be encouraged to work out, train, exercise, and working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and shall continue to be my medicine of choice. Thank you for the building of the bridges. I just saw bridges, public works, highways, public works, picking up the compost and the garbage and the recycling. Thank you, public works. And of course support the DRT theory. So again, explain the DRT theory, taking all public and private debt. My debt as a private citizen is about $10,500. If I'm $10,500 in debt, your X, my Y, my Z, all the debt, public and private citizens, and the public debt has reached, of course, consequential trillions of dollars. And of course, we pay interest. It had doubled. It went from paying the interest servicing the debt from 20.3 to 46.5 billion, so it more than doubled. So it's got to be refused. So DRT theory, taking all private and public debt and refuse it, all the debt of Canada, all the debt of Mexico, Mexican peso, and since of course the Canadian dollar, the United States dollar is still the currency of choice in world trade, of course do the conversion. And of course keep in mind that my theory, the DRT theory, includes what's called monetary integration. Look at that dog, that's a poodle, man. Yeah. Poodles I can pet, they don't make me sneeze. Poodles I can pet. See a poodle, I say hello, I can pet them, they don't make me sneeze, but I'm wearing some nice red fellow Dragon Army poodles. But others, dogs, I sneeze, I get allergic, like I start sneezing, stop here. But not poodles. Poodles I love. I can pet. I mean, I love all dogs and all animals, but poodles I pet. I can pet them. The other ones, I can't pet them much because I start sneezing. So anyways, going for the drill and going all the way to that, the DRT theory explains. So taking all private and public debt, of course, of all individuals, and of course myself included, and of course all the private and the public debt, and all the public debt, so all take it. And of course the DRT theory consists of taking all the debt of private individuals and citizens, and of course to take, of course, all the debt, the public and the private debt. So my private debt is about 10,500, and of course of all the Canadians, and since my debt of course includes what's called monetary integration. So monetary integration, of course, is what it was done, of course, in the European Union. So the European Union, the Germany dropped the Deutsche Mark, right? So they adopted the common currency, which is of course now known as the euro, right? So that's what they did in Germany. So they dropped the German Deutsche Mark, stopped the lira, right? They dropped the lira, the Italians, and they dropped the francs, and they adopted the euro. So that's what in European Union they did. That's what I'm arguing to do, because my DRT theory, of course, consists of also having the monetary integration in it. So the monetary integration is exactly what happened in Europe with the European Union, what the Europeans did in Europe. So my DRT theory consists of that. The DRT theory consists of the integration. Monetary integration is included. Monetary integration theory, my DRT theory, stands for debt refusion theory, includes monetary integration. That's the included in it. So the Europeans got rid of their currencies, they adopted the euro. So the DRT theory, taking all private and public debt, refusing it. Like I said, my private debt is 10,500. Taking all the debt, of all citizens across the collective North American civilization. My debt, your debt, and all the debt that exists, of course, in the North American collective civilization, and of course create what I call the euro, like in the euro, but create the UE. The UE, Universal Exchange Unit, stands for Universal Exchange Unit. So do that, and of course create this new currency based on my DRT theory for the collective North American civilization, for the collective North American civilizational complex. That is my theory, and of course create it, and of course do the DRT. So there's no other way around it but my DRT. But my DRT theory, right? So taking all private and public debt, refuse it. So taking all the debt of all the individuals, my individual, because as an individual is the DRT theory. So we got public king shining. So the DRT theory explain, and please when you come here keep it on the right side, just like driving. So you gotta keep it on the right side, just like driving. You gotta keep it on the right side. See, just like driving, we gotta to look out for other citizens. We gotta stay on the right. It's just like driving. So we gotta be aware that those are the fundamental principles, and that we gotta be mindful of other citizens when I'm here. I gotta stay on the right, not to be too in the middle, not to be too to the left. So it's just like driving. So just gonna call for, please, if you're 3-1 by side, just if somebody else passes, just please make an effort to just get out of the way, because you're supposed to keep your right, and keep in mind that if you're 4 side by side, then when it gets closer, just to make some space, and so that we be in harmony and equilibrium and balance in our own fitness journeys. As I'm on my fitness journey, and I'm working out, training and exercising, working here in the public. It's not just my mountain, so I like to see people coming here, but just try to stay on the right side, just like driving when you march. And with the dog, if it's better on a leash, right? But I understand people with dogs, they want to let them run a little bit, I understand, but then like cover the muzzle, maybe muzzle, because there's children, so maybe muzzle the dogs. I would say that if it's not on a leash, the dogs should be at least muzzled, because you never know, the children might be licking on the candy, and the dog is now muzzled, and it goes for the candy and it bites. So it's just in the public we make added responsibilities, added obligation in the public. So that's for one might take when you muzzle the dog, if you're going to leave him under the leash. I'll give you an example. A child might have something in his hand, he's a chocolate or something, and the dog goes after it and is not muzzled, and it could be so to prevent, for prevention, and it's something that we got to be mindful, as we are here on the side of the mountain, and we enjoy it together, that the dog must be muzzled, and of course that we got to follow responsibilities as citizens to be a good Samaritan, right? As I love to come here and I love to see people, that to muzzle the dog perhaps best if it's gonna run in the child, like a dog can be just muzzled. So could have something in the mouth, and the child might be a risk for other responsibilities and obligations. So we're gonna go around the bottom to the forest. So we go over time, and just drill it on the mountain. Hey, there we are. So that would be my take, to just, of course, encourage citizens to muzzle the dog if you're going to leave it out of the leash. And if you come here, go by this side, this drill, just be careful that it's very slippery here and it slides. And of course, we got to get that drill and we got to get that out for D. Going out and up and up and out and up and out and up and out. And I encourage people not to come here if you're not familiar with the terrain. This is like my second home, and like I said, I love seeing people here and see people stay most on the main road. But I see some footprints, some doggy prints, and this is very steep here. So I'm going out very steep, and of course going up to very steep. So going all the way to the top, and of course going all the way to the top is going to take on these steel toe boots and gonna go around the body to the Belvedere. Feels so good. Again, a little reminder that your fitness journey commences now. Welcome to the unedited, raw, real, and of course raw, real, unedited. Sometimes we get that nature's perfection right here in that with the son, my Pope the King, and needs no editing, needs no editing. Nature has that. Gotta cooperate, because she dances with her brother the sun, and LOV is important, and harmony and balance and equilibrium. It takes strength, takes vigor, takes energy. It also takes love and understanding and nurture, right? So these are things which got to go together. We cannot base our civilization just on one premise or on one thing. We got to fundamentally be a confluence of different actions and confluential of different activities which we engage in on a daily. And one of the important factors is love. Love is also blah, 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 blah. And we got to get that hug. Somebody hug for me. I need a hug now. I need 7 hugs. But you hug for me 7 times 7 minutes. All the hockey, 20-minute period, blah, blah, blah. So we go drill it, and the DRT theory explain once again. So the DRT theory, taking all the debt, the public and the private debt, my private debt is 10,500. If my debt, your debt, putting it together, since the United States dollar is still the currency of choice for world trade, international finance, global commerce, do the conversion from Canadian dollar debt, all the debt of Canadians, the public debt of Canada, and the private debt of private individuals like myself with 10,500, add it all up, do the conversion in US dollars, Mexican debt, public and private, add it all up, do the conversion, and of course, Cuba, Haiti, the Gourd, and all the islands of Jamaica, the collective North American civilization, do the conversion in US dollars, and that money is going to finance, it's going to be the initial money supply, and then that's going to be the initial money supply, and then set an interest rate of maximum 10%. It could be 7.70, 3.33, 1.56, 4.18, 7.18. That's going to be the new bank. But I do the Bank of International Settlements, BIS Switzerland. So create the UE. UE stands for Universal Exchange Currency. Freeze the prices at that point in time, maybe tomorrow, starting early February, mid-February, late February, early March, mid-March, March 20th, pop. And of course, create what I call the Universal Exchange Unit, preferably by biometrics, the hand of void, unique biometric identifiers. And of course, here's Microsoft calling on my Scorpio brother, Bill Gates. Another Scorpio brother, Joe Biden is a Scorpio. And Larry Fink of BlackRock, not a well-known, but has twins assets under management, AUMs, is Larry Fink. Another Scorpio, 3 Scorpios. Doesn't matter what astrological sign you are. All willingly loving, all farmers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, millionaires, Wall Street. And of course, those financially struggling who are rich in other things, such as myself, and who can bring definitely lots of things to the table. And of course, create that UE, the Universal Exchange Rate based on the United States dollar, freeze all the prices, all the services, and create the 2 complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, the Dragon Army with the Dancing Goddess Army, the DGA Dancing Goddess Army with the Dragon Army. Of course, to be for defense only, coast to coast, ocean to ocean, defense, security and service, defense only, coast to coast, security and service. We're going to play defense for the collective North America. We're going to play D against the East and the West. From the Atlantic to the Pacific, that's it, that's all rock and roll, blah, blah, nothing about it. So here in the past life, that's 3G, 4G, 5G, those pizza shaped antennas, those are connecting with this cell phone and this antenna, radio and television. And in a parallel life, I build satellites supercomputers, ICBM rockets, microchips in this life. My Trinity theories, the Holy Trinity, the DRT, Death Fusion theory, the Citizen Integration theory, and the Democratic Fusion theory, via that LOV to be integrated and implemented to create two complementary covenant institutions. The Dragon Army to be for security, service, and defense based on my philosophies. Public-private partnership with the DGA, the Dancing Goddess Army, and of course to be for security and service, and of course to be for security and service and to dance for the environment. And of course, who knows, XYZ other factors, and of course to be on the lookout as a pro-labor love universal revolutionary centrist who is, of course, not perfect, far from it, aspie, androgynous, pansexual, likes BDSM, switch. Yes, I like to be whipped in my private life. Say a little bit degraded, no need to spy me. Stasi are gone after 1989. And whatever Stasi, whatever the case may be, CIA, Mossad, Secret Services of Russia. KGB no longer but FSB, KGB no longer but FSB, KGB no longer but FSB now, or, whatever the case may be, China, Secret Service. And no need to spy on me, live open about it, and I already know, I already put it on there, and I got tiny feet, tiny small hands, and I got a little tiny scar with lots of scars, my little tiny scar. Now that you know, let's give me some push of little free world already. Marched in steel-toe boots, more than the generals of NATO, blah, 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 and dancing steel-toe boots. For the farmers, butchers, bakers, firefighters. Do we love our firefighters, butchers, nakers, nurses, doctors, those teachers now changing the diapers, those teachers now changing the diapers. For the DRT, for the creation of the UE, the only way, that's the only solution to do and the DRT. So now the DRT theory explained. It is 3 o'clock, just going to take a little moment of silence to meditate. Gotta give a shout out to those who planted those little ones. See, the ones that have a ribbon are all new, so much planting as we do regeneration here for the flora and the fauna. So thank you for the labor, thank you for that sweat. See, there's lots of plantations which are new. All those who have a ribbon on them of different colors, those are new plantations which were done a few months ago during the summer, and they're gonna grow, so because we're doing rehabilitation here, and if we are to preserve, please do not pollute Do not drop trash cans or bins. Just put it in the garbage and put it in the recycling, and make sure you recycle what needs to be recycled and put in the trash what needs to be trashed. And of course, to get a little bit of exercise, I encourage you to come here. We have great views and great cheeses and great food and great music and great things in here. La Belle Province, my American brothers and sisters, all the world, tourism, and of course encourage you all to work out, train, exercise. Working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and will be my medicine and therapy of choice. And of course to also channel the aggression. My brothers and sisters, I have aggression. I do admit myself, I have it. I do have aggression, but my brothers and sisters, I channel it. I work out, I train, I march to harm no other citizen, see? And you gotta go on the toes here and gotta be mindful that it's slippery and they can slip. Salut! Ça va? Mais oui! Vous-même? She's doing a little bit of jogging there. They says hello and says if you're doing good. I said, yeah, I'm just working out, and I'm happy to see him working out, and it's a good investment in the body, you know, and his pleasure, his safety, in consequence with mine, my physical activity, his safety, his liberty, to come jog here and all secure with security and liberty, and in consequence with mine, just saying a little bit of hello. And my fellow Quebecer, French Canadian, I consider him my cousin, my family. You know, Quebecers are my family, Canadians are my family, all who join us here on the island. The island is all I know, and fellow Quebecers is my cousins and my family. And you know, sometimes we are dysfunctional, we don't agree, but at the end of the day, we got each other, this island, and coast to coast North Americans. We got the Atlantic to the east, that's an ocean. We got a Pacific to the west, that's another ocean. World peace, yes, but of course we got to do my best here on this island. And all who join us, all who pledge your allegiance, thou art family, pledge your allegiance, thou art family, pledge your allegiance, thou art family. And we're gonna sing that rock and roll, and we're gonna do exercise. And I encourage my fellow citizen, he's on the jog. We Quebecers here jog also in winter, so gotta sing a little bit of rock and roll. And I always come and like to sing some rock and roll. And his safety, his liberty with my liberty and my safety. I don't know his financial situation. Maybe he's also struggling. Maybe he's a multi-millionaire. Maybe he's gonna give a donation to the Dragon Army, to the DGA. Maybe not. He's gonna go thumbs down to this video. I don't know. But of course, we can do better. And I have myself selfishness. I have my self-ego. I try to be balanced in harmony. I want something good for me and for others as well. If I can bring some joy and be of service, and I believe my Trinity of theories with the fourth dimension love, this can be a bit of service, and for the creation of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, for the dragon kingdom and the dancing goddess, for the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. And of course, to work out, train, exercise, and of course it is super important. See, he was jogging, I stayed to my right side, I descended on the right side, and he was on his right side, so he was to my left. So he respected that, I respected that. We just said hello, he kept on jogging, I kept on marching. So that's it. And encourage him to do a good jog, and somebody give him a hug, somebody give him some love, some encouragement. You did good jog, good for you. Invested in the body, super important for mental health, wellness, regular physical exercise. And I always feel so good here. And I mean, of course, always meditating what's happening across North America now, in the financial world, in the educational world, in the scientific world, artistic world, philosophic world, and the world of fitness and sports. And here we are, where yours truly wants to construct, with your help, the House of the Dragon here. The House of the Dragon, help support build the House of the Dragon here. And the House of the Dragon, Scarlet 3 rooms, all I need right there with the Forgotten Goddess Temple, right here in the circle. On these rocks, how many rocks are here? 333, or maybe 418. See, we're on the rocks. We gotta be careful not to slip. So right there, I'm gonna build the Forgotten Goddess Temple right here in the circle, as we are here on these rocks here. You can do push-ups, you can work out, train, exercise, and you can of course even try to do a little bit of workout, and of course try to be on the Dragon Army and try to be a dancing goddess army. Support the dream right here is where yours truly wills to build the Forgotten Goddess Temple, 7 stories high, in a rainbow way, in a circular way. It's laying the foundations with trillions of kisses, face to face with the House of the Dragon in a pyramid, austere, severe. a pyramid in a scar. Let's call it red, red, red. House of the Dragon, just there. All I need is 3 rooms. A sleeping quarters. A kitchen. Sleeping quarters. Kitchen. And a bathroom with a bathtub. A kitchen. A sleeping quarters and a bathroom with a bathtub. And here all I need is for the House of the Dragon face to face to be with the Forgotten Goddess Temple. Right here with these rocks 7 stories high in a circular manner. In a circle, in a circle, in a circle. Forgotten Goddess House, and I'm laying it. Founding it with trillions of kisses right now. Right here is this past 3 p.m. in the afternoon, 4th of January. My rent's paid, electricity bill's paid. Open for business. Got trillions of kisses. And for the House of the Dragon, do some push-ups. And for the House of the Dragon, face to face with the Forgotten Goddess Temple. And of course, the Forgotten Goddess Temple, 7 stories high in a circular manner in a rainbow, all the way to the top. 7 stories high for activities such as dancing, tarot reading, astrology, more dancing, dream interpretations, and the like. Spiritual activities, House of the Dragon. To be for security, safety, headquarters of the Dancing Goddess Army and the Dragon Army for the North American Collective Civilization right here on this mountain. And of course to have that DGA, Dragon Army, Dancing Goddess Army, to be of course for security and service. And of course to face here the Forgotten Goddess Temple for activities such as aforementioned dream interpretation, spiritual interpretation, and House of the Dragon. Face to face, right here in these rocks, 7 stories high, rainbow, lots of green, 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 and the red scarlet. House of the Dragon to be built face to face of here, right there. Supported, brothers and sisters, the building of the House of the Dragon, face to face there in a pyramid. And all I need is 3 rooms, simple, austere, severe, 3 rooms, sleeping quarters, bathroom with a bathtub to take some baths, and of course a kitchen to cook. And the Forgotten Goddess Temple right here is all I need. Forgotten Goddess Temple here, and gonna go drill it. Oh yeah, right there, Forgotten Goddess Temple. Building a 7-story house in the House of the Dragon, public-private partnership for the rejuvenation, rebirth of the collective North American civilization. And we're gonna switch to that French because we are in la belle province. Fait qu'ici, mes chers, avec votre aide soutien, mon rêve pour la renaissance de la belle province avec du rock'n'roll puis des bisous puis des chatouilles. Ici, avec des roches, qu'on va pouvoir construire le temple de la déesse oubliée. Et cet étage dans un arc-en-ciel. Dans un arc-en-ciel, un arc-en-ciel, un arc-en-ciel. Dans un arc-en-ciel. Un arc-en-ciel, le temple de la déesse oubliée ici, à cet étage, en écarlate, vis-à-vis, face à face, la maison du dragon, à 3 chambres, j'ai besoin d'écarlate. 3 chambres, juste besoin de 3 chambres ici. Une chambre à dormir, une chambre à coucher, puis une salle de bain avec un bain, face à face. Le temple de la déesse, oubliez le temple de la déesse. À cet étage en arc-en-ciel pour des activités, comme l'interprétation des rêves. L'interprétation des rêves avec des célébrations de l'équinoxe, des changements des saisons et de la danse, l'appréciation de la nature, puis la célébration de la pleine lune, la célébration des célébrations de la pleine lune, des célébrations de la pleine lune. Ici, le temple de la déesse oubliée avec des bisous, des milliards de bisous que je crédite ici pour la fondation du temple de la déesse et des chatouilles, des bisous, petits rock'n'roll pour la maison du dragon. Ici, j'ai juste besoin d'une pyramide à 3 chambres. Chambre à dormir, chambre à coucher, puis une salle de bain ici. On construit ensemble. Moi, je vous aide, vous m'aidez. Pour le partenariat public-privé, la maison du dragon. En rouge, écarlate, juste simple, pyramide, écarlate et simple. Austère, mais avec la couleur rouge, comme le coucher du soleil, puis le lever du soleil, le soleil se lève. Il est rouge. Quand le soleil se couche, il est rouge. Puis maintenant, chaque seconde, il y a un lever puis un coucher du soleil qui est mon pape. Puis, face à face, vis-à-vis, le temple de la déesse, oublié à 7 étages, en arc-en-ciel, jusqu'en haut, pour et avec des bisous puis des chatouilles, que je crédite. Des milliards de bisous, des pompes puis du rock'n'roll pour la construction du temple de la déesse, oublié pour des activités comme la pleine lune, la célébration de la pleine lune, la célébration de la renaissance de la belle province du Québec, de l'Amérique du Nord, blablabla, avec de la danse, puis de l'équinoxe, des saisons, les 4 saisons, la célébration de l'équinoxe, puis qui marque les changements, puis le renouveau, puis la renaissance de la nature, et des étoiles de la déesse du ciel, puis la lune, puis son frère, le soleil, avec laquelle la nature, la déesse, D-E-E-S-S-E. Combien de, combien d'S? Que ça soit pour des activités comme l'interprétation des rêves et l'astrologie et le tarot, les cartes, l'interprétation des choses mystiques. Ici, et voilà, du rock'n'roll empire, mais maintenant, on s'en va. Puis je veux dire ma gratitude. Hey, votre dragon arc-en-ciel, je suis content aujourd'hui, ce 4 janvier. J'ai payé mon loyer est payé, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité. Ayant payé mon loyer, puis ma facture d'électricité, j'ai du café, puis du thé, puis ces bottes de cap d'acier aujourd'hui, je marche, puis je salue les fermiers, ceux qui font de la production alimentaire. Dans les courges que j'aime faire de la cuisine, puis le blé, pas le blé d'Inde, mais le blé pour puis les patates, puis les cerises, puis tous les produits jusqu'au Mexique, de l'Amérique du Nord, les fermiers du collectif de Civilisation dans l'Américain. Qu'est-ce que nous autres, on en fait partie, des Québécois et Québécoises, vous êtes ma famille, mais des fois on est dysfonctionnels, mais j'ai de la comédie pour en faire bien. Fait que, sur le Mont-Royal, je vous invite, je vous fais un petit rappel, là, que votre conditionnement physique commence dès aujourd'hui. Merci les pompiers, on vous aime les pompiers, les fermières, les infirmières, les docteurs, des câlins puis des bisous, puis je vous encourage à faire l'entraînement physique puis la gratitude. Sortez un peu dehors, ça fait du bien. Avec une chanson, puis du vin, puis du thé, qu'on va les mains dans les airs, puis on va faire une chanson d'appréciation pour les fermiers puis qui vont dans les courges. Aujourd'hui, c'est le temps des courges. Puis, on va faire une petite méditation. Combien de courges qu'il y a en total? C'est quoi la production totale des courges au Québec? Je pense qu'il y a des milliards de courges qui ont été produites aujourd'hui par nos fermiers, de l'est à l'ouest, mais je ne sais pas toute la grandeur. Des courges blanches, des courges jaunes. Hey, je vois, les fermiers sont là. Regardez, c'est les fermiers qui ont des courges. On leur chante une chanson? Non, pas de chanson. OK, on s'en va, je m'en vais. Pas de chanson, pas d'amour, je viens savoir. Zone de plantation. Ça va. Pour les fermiers qui font les courges, que ça bouge, la belle province, temps de fête. On est en janvier. Les courges, ça produisent, puis ça fasse des infirmières. Les fermiers puis les camionneurs sont en train de camionner, puis du camion, puis ils font les courges, on les coupe, on les mange dans la soupe. Les courges, on les coupe, on les mange dans la soupe. Les courges, on les coupe, on les mange dans la soupe. Les courges, on les coupe, on les mange dans la soupe. On les fait cuire de bon pour du thon puis du jambon. On les fait cuire, mais oui, avec le soleil qui brille de chez nous de la belle province. On coupe les courges. Et les courges, que ça fasse, puis ça fasse de la belle province. Et pour les courges, que ça danse, puis ça fasse des, et que ça bouge, puis que ça bouge. Sinon, je veux rien savoir. Hey, pour les fermiers, les pompiers, puis les camionneurs qui chantent le plus ciel, le bel bordel. Hey, regarde, c'est la rivière. Aujourd'hui, en marche pour les fermiers et tous ceux qui font la production de nos aliments, ben chers, les aliments de l'alimentation. Aujourd'hui, cette marche de bottes de cap d'acier est dédiée pour les autres qui font puis la production, puis il y a du rock'n'roll 24 sur 24. Puis ils font qu'ils fassent un autre, puis un autre pas, puis par la danse. Oh, et ma cousine, peut-être ma famille qui course à la course. Oui, vite bien. Une belle exercice, de l'exercice physique, c'est ça que j'aime voir. Qui se donne des câlins puis des bisous, sinon je veux rien savoir. Merci, bonjour. À la montagne, chez nous, la deuxième maison, regarde les drapeaux qui brillent dans le ciel. Aujourd'hui, je marche pour tous ceux qui font la production alimentaire. La production alimentaire, la distribution aussi, puis la préparation. Tous les chefs de cuisine qui cuisinent l'omelette, qui font la soupe sans en prendre la nourriture, c'est tellement sacré important pour bâtir la civilisation. C'est des patates, puis après qu'on a le bâtiment, l'hébergement, la soupe, puis tout ça, on a besoin d'amour. Amour, c'est aussi l'action. L'action, ça prend l'action, puis ça prend du ciment, puis du béton pour en construire. Des droits de construction. Si vous ne me parlez pas d'amour, je veux rien savoir. Hey, si vous ne me parlez pas d'amour, je veux rien savoir. Merci et bonjour. Si vous ne me parlez pas d'amour, merci et bonjour. Je veux rien savoir. Si vous ne me parlez pas d'amour, du vin et du jambon, je veux rien savoir. Hey. Et voilà, les roches qui tombent. Les arbres. Comment ils sont grands et magnifiques. Une chanson pour les arbres en ce mois de janvier. Les arbres sont gris, mais il y en a des verts. Regarde par ici. C'est les arbres qui sont verts. Les arbres longs, les arbres longs, avec leurs branches, voyons. Et pour les fermiers aujourd'hui, on marche à ces bas de cap d'acier, puis on fait The Rock and Roll 24/24, votre artiste athlète. Encore une fois, la gratitude, j'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, j'ai du café puis du thé, puis je vous encourage tous et toutes à faire de l'entraînement physique dans ces bottes de cap d'acier aujourd'hui. Je me sens bien, un peu du 77 litres, ça va faire bientôt 4 ans que j'ai survécu la COVID. En février, je suis bord de la COVID. Puis bien sûr que je renais maintenant. Puis bien sûr en faisant la renaissance, of course, pour qu'on soit par là. Là, je vais mettre de la droite ici parce qu'on est dans le public. Fait qu'il faut faire attention avec les autres. Fait qu'il faut garder la droite ici. Donc, on est ici, puis on est à la montagne, on aime venir. Puis aujourd'hui, une marche à ces bottes de cap d'acier pour les fermiers. Tous ceux qui font la production alimentaire, on fait une méditation. Combien de courges qui ont été produites aujourd'hui? Demain, durant tout l'hiver, combien de courges qui ont été produites au Québec? Je pense qu'il y en a des tonnes. Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez? Des tonnes de courges? Combien de courges qui ont été produites au Québec aujourd'hui? Tout l'hiver. Oui, les fermiers qui ont produit les courges, les patates puis les cerises, combien ils en ont produit? Par là, par l'est, par l'ouest, ils en ont produit. Puis, comment ils ont fait pour les produire? Mais ils ont fait avec le ciment, puis ils ont fait avec de la terre, dans la terre noire, puis avec toutes les connaissances agricoles qui ont produit bien des courges. Combien de tonnes qu'ils ont produit? Ça a produit à peu près, je dirais, 1500 peut-être. Peut-être plus, peut-être moins de ça, peut-être plus. Combien? Ça peut être 10, 1 million, 100 000. Combien ça a fait? Combien de courges ça a fait? Ça a fait 10, ça a fait 30. Combien ça a fait? 10, 30, 1 million de courges, 1 million de courges. Et 2 millions, 3 millions. Ça a fait combien? 1 trillion, 1 zillion, 1 milliard. Ça a fait bien des courges pour l'en distribuer. Hein? Ça a fait les fermiers tout dans les bâtiments puis l'Hydro-Québec pour voir les lumières qui ont été construites. Ben, ça va des courges puis des câbles qui font tout. Que j'ai l'électricité aussi pour faire mon travail avec ce outil, ce ordinateur que j'ai dans mes mains. Donc, pour les fermiers qui font la distribution maintenant, ça fait des camions. Combien il y a de camions à travers là, qui s'en vont de gauche à droite, puis la gauche, puis la droite, puis la droite, puis la gauche. 1 million. Et un chiffre pour les fermiers. Pour les fermiers qui ont fait ça. Et voilà, on est rendu à la meilleure place au monde. La meilleure place au monde, le Mont-Royal. Vous voyez les montagnes. Et on va faire une chanson pour les fermiers qui ont produit des courges aujourd'hui. Les courges for the farmers, for the butchers, for the bakers, for the nurses, for the firefighters. All those who built all the highways as well, gotta take a little bit of gratitude, eh? The firefighters, we love our firefighters, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, all involved in the production, distribution of food. Gotta get some LOVE. And we're gonna give it a little bit of that rock and roll 24/7 as we go. Switch it to that French and English. We're gonna sing a little bit of song here, French and English song. Chanson bilingue. Bienvenue dans Belle Province. Bienvenue dans Belle Province. On danse même l'hiver dans la neige québécoise et québécoise. Bienvenue dans Belle Province. On danse dans la neige québécoise et québécoise, même l'hiver. Regarde, on est sur le Mont-Royal, les montagnes. Que vous voyez à distance, les fermiers, on danse. Les infirmières, on leur remercie pour les courges, les patates, les fermiers d'aujourd'hui. Travailleurs de l'Hydro-Québec, du passé puis du présent, on les aime nos pompiers, des chatouilles puis des câlins. On les aime nos pompiers, des chatouilles puis des câlins. On les aime nos pompiers, des chatouilles puis des câlins. Pour la renaissance, vous voyez les montagnes, faut que ça fasse, on est sur le Mont-Royal. On est entouré d'une rivière, regarde, des satellites qu'on a construits. Pour la renaissance, une autre danse en écarlate qui fasse. De trois pas pour en arrière, puis par en avant, faut que ça danse. Puis le bleu ciel qui regarde, faut que ça danse avec une chatouille en transe. Vous dansez, que je vous chante, regardez. Si vous dansez pas, que je chante pas. Je vous chatouille, si vous voulez. Si vous voudrez de la comédie, ben votre dragon en arc-en-ciel, s'il vous plaît. Pour les fermiers qui ont produit les courges de l'hiver que j'aime. Les courges dans soupe, les courges dans soupe, les courges, ça danse, ça bouge. Dans belle province, on danse même l'hiver, des montagnes, ça danse, chatouille, les bras dans les airs. Les bras dans les airs, québécoise, on danse même dans la neige, que ça fasse une danse, une histoire d'amour, que ça fasse dans France, ensemble des montagnes, qu'on bouge de la gauche puis de la droite, que ça fasse renaissance, vous parlez d'amour, si vous voulez rien savoir, on est sur la montagne du Mont-Royal, ça c'est la Montréal, la métropole, les montagnes qui soignent, la belvédère, les camionneurs, puis les pompiers, on danse, s'il vous plaît, les infirmières, pour, ils ont fait le ménage, que ça danse, regarde, we're gonna switch it to that English, because we're in la belle province. Hey, gonna sing it for the butchers, for the bakers, for the nurses, for the doctors, for the firefighters, and for those lovers. Gonna sing it for the firefighters, sing it for the farmers and the producers of those bagels and those cheeses. Yeah, you know we with it. Firefighters, nurses, butchers. Yep, gotta steal those, gotta kiss it, gotta rainbow rock and roll, we lick it. Gotta kiss it, gotta dance it, gotta kiss it, gotta flip it on the board. You see, gotta see the mountains, gotta see the top, gotta get those hugs, and gotta see those lovers, gotta see this North America, gotta get the sky, gotta get the satellites, gotta get those weapons, right? For the defense and that defense, for that public hygiene, please do some push-ups and some hugs, do some push-ups and some hugs, do some farmers, butchers, and those bakers, those farmers and those nurses and those farmers, yeah. There you go, a little bit of a rock and roll dance, and gotta get it for that La Belle Province, and gotta go sing it, and a little bit of nothing for the stop here, and nothing for the stop a little bit, and we keep it in motion, we got some movement, and we rock and roll over time every time, you know, we drill it in and we drill it right, and we drill it to the left and to the right, and we get it to the left and to the right, and we drill it. There we go. Rock and roll 24/7. Now we're gonna go around about it, and we keep it over time every time. You know how we drill it on the Montreal here, greatest city in the world. La meilleure ville au monde. Faites attention parce que ça glisse. Ça peut glisser, c'est important. Fait que, là, on s'en va vers le soleil. Ah, feels so good now that we love it. So Montreal, all North Americans unite, l'Amérique du Nord en s'unit, and we gotta go get that drill and put a little bit of these inside, and we're gonna go around the body by the back and by the front, and we're gonna go by the front and by the back on the. Gotta go by the back and by the front, and we gotta go on the steel toes once again. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful sun, beautiful golden sun today. Opa. Gotta watch it so I don't slip myself, and we gotta get it for the drilling on the drill, rock and roll 24/7. Here we go, put it on the drill. For that, we gotta get ready. Workout overtime. No time to pause, only get a little bit of salute as we go for the farmers and the butchers and the nurses. Get ready for another overtime every time. This is a rainbow workout, dragon workout, man. This is your 3-hour workouts, man. It's 3-hour workouts, man. 6-hour marches, man. This is not your 1-minute Instagram, man. Ça, c'est de marche à bout de cap d'acier pendant 6 heures, mes chers. C'est pas vos 5 minutes d'Instagram, ça, mes chers. C'est 6 heures de marche, ça. C'est l'entraînement du dragon, ça. That's dragon workout, man. Yeah, I work out, but I don't dragon workout. It's 3-hour marching videos, man. Yeah. Le marche, c'est de 3 heures, mes chers. C'est pas 2-3 minutes, là. C'est overtime every time. Let's go for the butchers, farmers. There's farmers now. There's the firefighters, there's the truckers. I need some loving, some salute. Firefighters, butchers, truckers, lovers, lovers, lovers. Les camionneurs. See the truckers, see the butchers, see the cooks. In the fast foods, in the restaurants, salute. Making a sandwich, cleaning workers, les travailleurs qui sont les travaux publics, public workers, picking up the garbage, picking up the compost. On doit les saluer et les remercier aux autres aussi, ceux qui font le nettoyage de nos villes. Public workers give a little bit of charity, donner un peu la charité, you know. This workout over time, man. It's 3-hour workouts. Ça, c'est des heures de 3 heures, you know. It's not your 3-hour, it's your 3-hour marching video here. So 3 heures de marche, mais little lovies. We gotta switch it again to that French, and we're gonna go rock and roll. Put this in, and gotta get drilled, and we're gonna go by the back. We're gonna go by the front. We're gonna go towards the sun, because you know we get that sun, and gonna switch it again to that French. Encore une fois en français, je veux dire ma gratitude. J'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, puis j'ai du café et du thé, puis c'est important de faire l'exercice physique, je vous encourage, mais encore une fois, votre conditionnement physique commence dès aujourd'hui, dès maintenant. Ah, c'est bas de cap d'acier, non? Et sur le mont royal. Content, la gratitude, super important au quotidien du 24 depuis j'ai mouru. Comme je dis souvent, je suis mort sur l'île de Montréal. Je suis en train de renaître sur l'île de Montréal. Quand j'ai eu la COVID, c'était janvier 2020, puis ça fait après janvier 2020, fait que ça fait comme la COVID. Et ça fait janvier 2020, fait que ça va faire bientôt 4 ans. Là. En février 2020, je suis mort, puis je suis en train de renaître. C'était comme la mort, la pestilence, puis la maladie. C'était comme la maladie, la pestilence, puis la mort. C'était comme la mort, la pestilence, puis la maladie, puis je suis en train de renaître maintenant. Le beau soleil. Wow. Et bien sûr, puis aujourd'hui, en train de renaître, puis en train d'aller dans la forêt, de la montagne. C'est comme ma deuxième place chez nous ici. Fait que s'il vous plaît, ne pas polluer, ne pas laisser des déchets, des choses qui peuvent nuire à l'environnement. Et avant tout, je dis la gratitude. Car mon loyer est payé, j'ai payé mon loyer. J'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, puis j'ai du café, puis du thé, puis de la nourriture. J'ai du pain dans le frigidaire, puis il me reste des choses qu'on a cuisinées pour le nouvel an. Puis je pense qu'il reste de la soupe. Fait que quand je suis de retour chez nous, j'ai de la nourriture pour me nourrir. Qui commence où? Ça commence avec les fermiers. De la terre noire avec l'eau, puis la pluie, puis le soleil, puis le savoir-faire des fermiers. Les courges, j'aime ça faire la cuisine pour la soupe, on met dedans. Fait que la gratitude encore une fois. Mon loyer pour le mois de janvier est payé. J'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, j'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai du café puis du thé, puis j'ai de la nourriture. Et je fais du rock'n'roll en tant qu'artiste, athlète, philosophe indépendant qui a l'Asperger's puis l'amnésie. Artiste, athlète et qui a l'Asperger's et l'amnésie rétrograde, la rare, ça veut dire que pas accéder à la mémoire là, en 7, 8, 9 ans, puis 7, 8, 9 ans, quelque chose comme ça, que je m'en souviens avoir déménagé à une meilleure place, c'est mieux où j'habite maintenant, rien que je vais retourner en arrière, mais où j'habitais avant, il y avait beaucoup de moisissures, fait que c'est ça qui a causé ma maladie, qui s'appelle l'amnésie. Puis c'est ça qui cause d'habitude. Un trompe, j'ai écrit quelque chose dans le journal, un trompe crânial, la tête par une épée noire, j'ai écrit quelque chose dans le journal, je sais pas c'est quoi, une épée noire dans la tête, une épée noire dans la tête, une blessure, là, puis je sais pas, mais je construis une nouvelle épée maintenant avec vous, sur la montagne, avec un serpent noir puis un blanc, qui se donne des bisous en arc-en-ciel, puis avec une rouge, l'épée rouge écarlate, avec deux serpents, c'est ça une épée que je veux pour la défense, l'Amérique du Nord pour la Renaissance, un serpent noir puis un serpent blanc, avec une langue en arc-en-ciel, les deux ont la langue en arc-en-ciel, un serpent noir, un serpent blanc, un serpent noir, puis un serpent blanc, avec une langue en arc-en-ciel, les langues, les deux ils se donnent des bisous, avec des langues, les deux ont la même langue, c'est arc-en-ciel, mais un serpent est noir, puis un serpent est blanc, puis l'épée est écarlate, rouge écarlate, avec un peu d'or comme le soleil. Et c'est ici que je vais, avec votre aide, construire, bâtir la maison du dragon vis-à-vis, face à face, du temple de la déesse oubliée à 7 étages en arc-en-ciel pour des activités comme l'équinoxe, la célébration de la pleine lune, puis la nature, puis choses comme l'interprétation des rêves, puis la maison du dragon, juste besoin d'une pyramide, en écarlate, 3 chambres, une chambre à coucher, une chambre à dormir, une cuisine, puis une salle de bain avec un bain, face à face avec le temple de la déesse. La déesse est ici, elle n'a pas besoin d'un temple, mais en tant que symbole pour la Renaissance, puis je crédite des millions, des milliards de bisous. Bisous, des milliards de chatouilles, des milliards de bisous puis de chatouilles, des milliards de bisous puis de chatouilles pour construire, bâtir ce temple de la déesse. Oubliez le temple de la déesse, oubliez ici en Amérique du Nord pour la défense côte à côte de l'armée du dragon, soutenez le rêve de votre dragon arc-en-ciel, votre artiste athlète, philosophe, analyste en géopolitique qui a l'Asperger's puis l'amnésie. Et, c'est possible que ça a causé l'amnésie, je m'en souviens pas, à 7, 8, 9 ans, puis j'ai déménagé à une meilleure place, puis je suis guéri, j'étais en train de guérir, puis j'ai survécu la COVID, qui était comme la mort pour moi. J'étais en train de renaître, puis dans une autre vie, je suis né 10 fois, 11 fois, c'est la 10e, 11 fois. Ça a été sur l'île de Montréal, puis j'ai rencontré Louis Cyr dans une vie antérieure. Louis Cyr dans une vie antérieure, j'ai rencontré Louis Cyr dans une vie antérieure, quand je l'ai fait dans une vie passée. Fait que aujourd'hui, on va sur la neige, puis on va essayer de faire de l'entraînement physique, puis c'est ça qu'on fait ici sur Montréal, puis mon citoyen, je l'encourage, il est venu aussi dans la forêt, puis son plaisir à lui, son entraînement physique, ça me fait toujours plaisir quand je vois du monde qui viennent ici même l'hiver, parce que moi je vis 4 saisons, puis c'est comme ma 2e maison ici chez nous, mais je vous en prie une petite note de votre dragon arc-en-ciel, si vous venez ici, faites un effort pour ne pas laisser des canettes, du plastique, mettez ça dans les bacs de recyclage, si ça va dans le recyclage, comme les canettes puis le papier, mettez ça dans les vidanges, que ça va dans les vidanges, il faut faire attention pour ne pas mélanger, là. Moi aussi, écoutez, je suis pas parfait, hein. Dans certaines choses, je suis médiocre, à certaines choses, je suis comme ci, comme ça, à certaines choses, je suis pas bon, mais j'ai l'Asperger's, et dans les choses, je suis bon. Le docteur du peuple, dragon arc-en-ciel que vous prescrit, des pompes, 50 pompes, puis 50 câlins, puis une bonne marche, puis aujourd'hui, que ça fasse avec l'entraînement physique, puis aujourd'hui, bien sûr, hein, que ça fasse pour, avec la gratitude de parce que mes chers Québécois et Québécoises, vous êtes ma famille. Des fois, on est un peu dysfonctionnel, mais oui, mais vous êtes ma famille, puis je vous aime, puis l'amour, puis oui, je veux quelque chose pour moi-même aussi. Je suis pas totalement syngo, mais j'essaie d'être balance, en harmonie, en équilibre avec les autres, pour le bien commun du Québec, la belle province, du Canada, puis du collectif de civilisation nord-américain. En admettant mes propres fautes, vous savez que j'aime ça me faire fouetter dans le privé, ma vie privée est un peu bizarre. Ma sexualité un peu, là, en étant pansexuel aussi, puis en faisant partie d'une minorité aussi, les Asperger, j'en ai moins que, il n'y a même pas 1 sur 300 personnes, là, parmi 300 citoyens, c'est possible qu'on n'en trouve même pas un. C'est 0,44% des citoyens qui ont l'Asperger, soit l'autisme hautement fonctionnel. Fait que c'est possible, tu sais, mais j'ai des hautes qualités, puis dans les choses que je suis obsédé, parce que les Asperger, on a des obsessions intenses. Moi, c'est la géopolitique, 24 sur 24. Les études de civilisation, 24 sur 24. Ça, je peux en parler pendant des heures d'une manière intense. Puis le sport. J'aime l'entraînement physique. Fait que je m'entraîne. Je fais de l'exercice, de l'entraînement physique. J'en fais de l'entraînement physique. Je crois qu'on voit un peu l'entraînement puis la marche. Ce qui est un entraînement physique maintenant que je suis en train de faire. Bien sûr, mon travail avec cet ordinateur portable. C'est mon outil de travail. Mais dans le moyen long, je vais travailler avec un autre. Blablabla, rien savoir si c'est pas d'amour. Je vais rien savoir si vous parlez pas d'amour. L'amour, c'est l'action. Je veux rien savoir si vous parlez pas d'amour. L'amour, c'est l'action. Sinon, je veux rien savoir. Mais si bonjour. La trinité de théorie, je vous l'ai présenté sur la table. Je suis un comédien aussi, un septième, mais j'aime savoir les gens qui se donnent pas la main, qui entendent les actions, les bonnes actions, mais je suis pas parfait. Je suis rock'n'roll, puis j'ai des défauts. Dans certaines choses, je suis médiocre, comme ci, comme ça, mais pas en géopolitique. Puis je crois vraiment à ma trinité de théorie, la théorie d'intégration monétaire, la réfusion de la dette, puis avec aussi l'intégration citoyenne, puis avec le rock'n'roll, puis la comédie aussi, parce que ça en prend la comédie. Puis moi-même aussi, je l'admets moi-même, mes chers. Moi aussi, j'ai l'agression. J'ai aussi l'agression. Mais mes chers citoyens, je m'entraîne, je fais de l'exercice physique pour ne pas faire mal à aucune personne, tu sais. Je fais de l'exercice physique pour ne pas faire mal à aucune personne, tu sais. Je m'entraîne. Je fais de l'exercice physique. Je m'entraîne, tu sais. Je fais de l'entraînement. Je m'entraîne, je fais de l'exercice. Super important, là, de faire de l'exercice. Je fais du rock'n'roll. Je sublime. Faire de la sublimation de ces choses, tu sais. Faire de la sublimation. Bien sûr. Faire une sublimation. De sublimer ces choses, puis faire une sublimation. Super important. Fait que, on ouvre les fesses, puis on garde par la droite. Tu sais, parce que c'est important d'avoir la gratitude. Parce que si je dis, ben, j'ai pas l'agression, j'en ai, mais je m'entraîne. Parce qu'il faut faire en vis-à-vis puis en harmonie ma nature en tant qu'individu avec le collectif. Avec le collectif. Ici, je dois garder par la droite, comme à la conduite. Mon citoyen qui fait de l'exercice physique, je dois le saluer, puis je l'encourage à en faire plus. Je suis pour la renaissance de la belle province du Canada parce que vous êtes ma famille. Des fois, on est dysfonctionnel. Mais mes caractères, mes forces en tant qu'individu, avec le collectif. Mes propres forces, qu'est-ce que j'emmène sur la table? Qu'ils soient en harmonie, en équilibre et en balance. Tu sais? Parce qu'on est une famille, puis vous êtes ma famille, puis c'est tout ce que je connais ici, l'île de Montréal. Tu sais, je sais pas. Les autres, oui, mais si on est pour le défendre, c'est pour le défendre ici, puis faut que je fasse attention, parce qu'il faut que ça soit un bon samaritain. Puis that's all, c'est tout. Ça, c'est une loi simple. Faut que je sois un bon samaritain, si j'essaie d'aider quelqu'un, c'est comme mes cousins qui passent, ma cousine, je sais ça. Tu sais, ils voient, ils ont besoin d'aide, pour aider dans la main. Des fois, il faut que je simplifie. Si vous avez besoin d'aide ou de service, je tends la main, je peux nous donner de quoi. Ben, c'est ça. Des fois, je suis pas 100% toujours joyeux. Des fois, j'ai vécu de la souffrance, j'étais en dépression puis suicidaire. Qu'est-ce qui m'a fait sortir de la dépression? C'est traverser le Canada de côte à côte. Traverser le Canada de côte à côte. Traverser le Canada de côte à côte. C'est traverser le Canada de côte à côte, ça fait 6 ans. Puis regardez ici, au milieu de la nature, vous voyez, je fais une méditation parce que dans une vie parallèle, je suis un super scientifique. Je crée des satellites, des microchips, des micropuces, puis des super ordinateurs. Fait que ça, c'est des antennes de radio puis de télé. Puis ça, c'est 3G, 5G, puis je pense que ceux qui sont comme des points de pizza, ça, c'est 5G. Fait que mon téléphone cellulaire, il connecte maintenant. Oui, en théorie, quelqu'un peut savoir où que je suis, s'il a mon numéro, puis le savoir-faire, mais même peut-être le soleil, il nous voit tous les 42 transgressions, les 42 transgressions, les 42 transgressions, mais peut-être, je sais-tu, le soleil, c'est-tu l'œil de Dieu? Peut-être, mais c'est mon pape, le soleil. Ben, le pape, c'est le soleil. Maintenant, il se lève, puis il se couche. Ma spiritualité, je suis un mystique. Il y a des choses mystères que je sais moi-même pas, je sais pas. La nature, c'est sacré. Je vous vois en train de vous tenir par la main, en train de faire exercice physique, en train de boire, en train de manger, en train de vous chatouiller, en train de vous embrasser, que vous fassiez l'amour, mais ça, c'est sacré pour moi, ça. On a des nouvelles valeurs, des nouvelles énergies qui sont venues dans le monde, des énergies maintenant. Puis oui, je suis mort de la COVID. Il n'y a rien que je veux retourner en arrière, c'est chez nous ici. Je suis pour la paix mondiale, un citoyen du monde, cosmopolite, universel, je peux l'être, mais c'est le Québec, la belle province, ici que je connais le plus, l'Amérique du Nord. L'Amérique du Nord, l'Amérique du Nord, puis je suis pour la défense de côte à côte. Puis je vous mets sa table, ma trinité de théorie, parce que mes chers, il n'y a pas d'autre solution que la théorie de la réfusion de la dette. Maintenant, on connaît dans le monde la TRD pour la création de l'unité d'échange universelle. Donc, je vais vous l'expliquer un peu. Qu'est-ce que c'est maintenant, en la descendant de la pente. Donc, vous savez, parce que je vous en parlé encore, mais je vais en parler encore un peu. Parce que c'est super important de savoir c'est quoi la théorie, parce que j'y crois vraiment que c'est la seule solution qu'on connaît du point de vue financier, des finances, du monde entier. Tu sais, c'est des finances du monde entier. Où qu'on est rendu, il n'y a pas d'autre solution que la théorie de la refusion de la dette. Tu sais. Hein? Il n'y a pas d'autre solution. Où qu'on est rendu maintenant, du point de vue, là, quand je vous parle du point de vue, c'est bien sûr un point de vue qu'il n'y a pas d'autre solution que la solution que je vous propose, que je mets sur la table, sur la théorie de la refusion de la dette des Québécois et Québécoises. Puis, bien sûr, avec la création de 2 institutions de partenariat public-privé pour la sécurité et la défense, puis pour la stratégie de côte à côte, il n'y a pas d'autre solution que ce que je fais, la théorie de la refusion de la dette, la théorie, TRD, théorie de la refusion de la dette, qui inclut bien sûr la théorie de la fusion d'intégration monétaire. Il n'y a pas d'autre solution à ce moment que cette théorie-là. J'y crois vraiment qu'on est rendu, bien sûr. Fait qu'il faut traverser, bien sûr, de la gauche puis de la droite, dans le centre, puis il faut faire l'implémentation de cette théorie que j'y crois vraiment, qu'il n'y a pas d'autre solution. Et je vais juste trouver la photo. Ici, encore une fois, si vous venez ici, là, que vous descendez en pente, faites attention parce que ça glisse. Ça glisse super fort l'hiver, mais moi je suis habitué, c'est comme ma deuxième maison, fait que juste faites attention parce que ça glisse. Fait qu'il faut aller tranquillement, il faut faire attention parce que c'est en pente profondément, fait que ça glisse ici. Ça peut glisser, fait que il faut que je fasse attention moi-même parce que là je suis à la descente, puis il faut que je fasse une sélection, puis je vais juste descendre par ça, puis je vais juste faire attention, puis et voilà. Ok, on a une solution. Bon, c'est fait. Hein? Et maintenant, je trouve la photo en descendant tranquillement, pas par pas, et voilà. Donc là, on est rendu là, je vais vous montrer où qu'on est rendu. Il est 3h45 l'après-midi. 3h45 l'après-midi, le 4 janvier, votre artiste athlète indépendant va déclarer la théorie, discussion de la théorie de la refusion de la dette. Donc, il n'y a pas d'autre solution que la théorie de la refusion de la dette que je vais discuter maintenant. Je vais juste descendre un peu puis me rendre ici, parce que là, parce que je discute en plus en santé puis en sécurité, il va falloir que je fasse une descente puis par la pente ici, que ça fasse ici pour la descente, puis que ça soit plus profondément. Fait que, là, juste puis encore une fois, je veux dire ma gratitude. J'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, j'ai du café et du thé, puis je suis ouvert pour les affaires. En tant qu'artiste, athlète, philosophe, analyste en géopolitique, un 7e comédien qui danse le plus de la belle province, je vous chante du rock 24 pour les fermiers aujourd'hui. Cette marche est dédiée pour les fermiers, ceux qui produisent les courges que j'aime mettre dans soupe et cuisine, dans la cuisine, des courges blanches, vertes, jaunes et des couleurs arc-en-ciel des courges. Donc, la théorie de la refusion de la dette, je vais vous montrer où qu'on est rendu. Ça, c'est les chiffres officiels de la dette publique. Ça, c'est pas toute la dette au complet, c'est qu'est-ce qu'on paye l'intérêt, soit le service de la dette. Donc, pour le service de la dette, ça veut dire l'intérêt qu'on paye sur la dette actuellement au Canada. Donc, en 2020 puis 2021, vous voyez, c'était 20,3 milliards. 1 milliard 100 000 millions. Vous voyez, 2020-2021, ça dit 20,3. Vous voyez? 20,3. Fait que 3 ans plus tard, pour cette année 2023-2024, ça a plus que doublé. Là. Le double, ça aurait été 20,3 fois 2, ça a fait 40,6. Fait que ça a plus que doublé. C'est rendu à 46,5 milliards. Juste servir, payer l'intérêt sur la dette publique, c'est énorme. Et dans 3 ans, là, plus qu'à doubler, là, c'est 20,3 milliards, c'est 46,5 milliards. Il n'y a pas d'autre solution que la théorie de la refusion de la dette. Comme je vais montrer, je vous montre une autre fois, c'est les chiffres officiels produits par CBC, puis les chiffres officiels de la Banque du Canada. C'est pour ça que je fais appel à tous et toutes que vous soutenez la théorie de la refusion de la dette. Donc, moi-même en dette de 10 500, mais il y a des milliards de bisous, de chatouilles, de câlins, puis qui vous offrent avec amour, puis avec aussi, c'est la solution. Parce que, pour moi, ma solution pour ma nature, l'entraînement physique, pour me garder en santé mentale, quotidien, ayant perdu beaucoup de poids, ayant fait écrire plus de chansons, puis ayant souffert, puis ayant été seul, puis ayant l'amnésie, puis l'Asperger's, puis avoir tout ça, puis perdu beaucoup d'amis parce que j'ai l'Asperger's. Mais là, je gère mes symptômes. Mais là, pour la gestion, maintenant, pour le 21e siècle, il n'y a pas d'autre solution que la théorie de la refusion de la dette. Donc, la théorie de la refusion de la dette, c'est prendre toute la dette qui existe à public-privé. Ma dette en tant que citoyen privé, c'est de 10 500 $. Donc, ma dette, ta dette, notre dette en tant que citoyen du Canada, et bien sûr, du collectif, je parle du point de vue de l'Amérique du Nord, ou qu'est-ce que j'appelle le collectif de civilisation nord-américain pour l'Amérique du Nord. Donc, vu que le collectif de civilisation nord-américain, vu que le dollar des États-Unis, la devise américaine, le dollar des États-Unis, puis moi-même, j'ai été né 2 fois après 1776 aux États-Unis, puis ayant servi dans l'armée américaine. J'ai servi dans les États-Unis, dans l'armée des États-Unis, dans des vies antérieures, comme je suis. Puis j'ai rencontré Louis Cyr, puis je suis né direct sur l'île de Montréal, puis en bas, puis sur l'île de Montréal, puis proche de la montagne, une couple de fois, dans des vies antérieures. Bon, en tant que mystique qui croit à des vies antérieures, puis des réincarnations, c'est aujourd'hui le 4 janvier, il n'y a pas d'autre solution que la théorie de la refusion de la dette. Puis ma théorie de la refusion de la dette de Dragon Arc-en-Ciel, la TRD, inclut la théorie des prendre la dette publique, privée, puis faire une refusion les États-Unis. L'argent des États-Unis, c'est encore la monnaie de choix internationale pour les échanges et les finances internationales, pour le commerce mondial, pour les commerces, les finances internationales, puis bien sûr pour le commerce du monde, les finances internationales, puis l'économie mondiale. La théorie de la refusion de la dette, c'est la solution. Donc, prendre toute la dette publique-privée, en tant que moi-même, en tant que citoyen en dette de 10 500, ma dette, votre dette, notre dette en tant que Québécois, puis Canadien, la dette avec ça, et faire une conversion, parce que l'argent des États-Unis, c'est encore l'argent des finances internationales, les échanges du monde, puis le commerce global. Donc, la dette du Mexique, la dette du Canada, d'Haïti, la gourde d'Haïti, Haïti, puis Cuba, Jamaïque, tous les pays de l'Amérique du Nord, ce qui est Mexique, Canada, États-Unis, puis avec les îles. Et donc, faire une refusion, convertir en argent aux États-Unis, le peso du Mexique, la gourde d'Haïti, puis faire ce que j'appelle une conversion, c'était des milliards, puis avec ça, peut-être le fondement, ça a fondé la Banque du monde, ça a fondé la Banque du monde internationale, tu sais. Ça a fait une fondation de cette banque. Toute la dette va fonder, puis ça va être l'argent initial qui va fonder cette banque, puis ça va être une création d'une nouvelle monnaie qui va s'appeler l'échange universel. Un U. Puis c'est exactement comme en anglais. Un U, ça va être égal au dollar américain, le point qu'on fasse en partant par aujourd'hui pour demain, en février, en mi-février, puis en mars, le 20 mars, qu'on soit gèle les prix, tous les prix, qu'on gèle les prix, puis les services. On va faire un gel des services à ce point. On va geler les services, puis le point. Un gel des services, puis pour avoir de l'inflation, on va faire un gel de tous les produits, les aliments, le lait, le pain, puis tout ça. On va faire un gel, comme dans le temps. Puis ça a été pendant 7 ans. Fait qu'on va créer lui pour éviter cela, puis pour voir la défense du collectif de civilisation nord-américain pour l'Occident qu'on fasse. Fait que ça, je fais appel à la Banque de Suisse, les banques privées, les banques publiques, qu'on fasse l'implémentation de la théorie de la refusion de la dette. On tourne la tête de gauche à droite quand on traverse parce que des fois les freins ne fonctionnent pas. Le citoyen conducteur, par erreur, c'est possible qu'il pèse sur l'accélérateur. Bien sûr qu'il pèse sur l'accélérateur puis pas sur le frein. C'est possible, c'est des erreurs. J'en fais des erreurs. L'erreur est humaine. Puis, bon, ça, mais ça, la théorie de la dette, il y a une perfection comme qu'il y a dans la nature, puis il y a une solution parfaite, quand même, on peut simplifier pour sauver le monde d'une catastrophe financière. Puis comme je vois, on fait de l'entraînement physique, je l'encourage, tu sais, il fait bien, on fait de l'entraînement physique. Je veux juste voir s'il y a mes chevaux, cheval de la police qui sont là, peut-être pas. Et bien sûr, ils ne sont pas là, ils sont pas là d'habitude. Il y en a qui sont là des fois. Ils sont pas dehors. Juste voir parce que je voulais les regarder un peu, mais je pense pas qu'ils sont là. Hey, les autres sont là. Les chevaux qui sont là, mais ils sont pas là aujourd'hui. J'aime ça les voir en train de manger du foin, mais ah, ils emmènent du foin. Moi, je vois Citoyenne, tu sais, de ma cousine, ma tante, je me vois famille des fois dysfonctionnelle, mais bon, je vois, elle est en train d'amener du foin aux chevaux là-bas. J'aimerais ça pour une activité pour le citoyen, tu sais, qu'on encourage, ils viennent avec, donnent du foin aux chevaux, ils donnent du foin aux chevaux, ils donnent du foin aux chevaux, du foin aux chevaux ici, puis ils peuvent faire ici, tu sais. Fait que c'est la police, les chevaux de la police, puis ils donnent un peu du foin, puis salutations, nos frères et sœurs en uniforme, puis bien sûr ma proposition pour l'armée du dragon du 21e siècle, ben, pas l'armée du dragon du nom officiel, mais l'armée nord-américaine citoyenne intégrée de côte à côte pour le service pour la sécurité, parce que bon, bien sûr, la SPP a été fondée en 1843, pour l'intégration 1843, là, 156, 50 ans, là, avec la c'est la solution d'aujourd'hui, puis on va avoir des camions rouges pour la police du 21e siècle, des camions rouges pour la police du 21e siècle, pour la police du 21e siècle de sécurité puis de service du 21e siècle, pour la défense de service de compte à compte seulement, parce que là, qu'est-ce qui se passe dans le monde? Mais c'est une question parce que mes chers, il n'y a pas d'autre solution. Je suis convaincu. Il n'y a pas de je vous que la États-Unis fait de révision et vu que ma théorie d'intégration monétaire inclut la théorie d'intégration monétaire, ce qui est exactement ce qu'ils ont fait. Les Deutsche Mark, les Allemands ils ont fait le Deutsche Mark, puis ils ont enlevé le Deutsche Mark, puis l'euro avec les rats, les euros, puis on fait l'euro, puis les Français font avec du Nord, mais on peut s'unir avec les Européens, les membres de l'OTAN, parce que niveau ça nous laisse qu'on fasse des échanges des biens, des produits, du sucre, des nourritures, des services, des infirmières, passage, ils ont besoin plus que moi. Fait que du fromage, du vin, puis vaste pour plus concret les deux institutions de partenariat public-privé. Et les corbeaux, ils m'encouragent comme toujours, puis disent bonjour. Les corbeaux, ils m'encouragent comme toujours, puis disent bonjour. Les corbeaux, ils m'encouragent comme toujours, puis disent bonjour. Donc, ils disent bonjour, toujours. Donc, la théorie de la confusion, la France de toute la dette publique, et donc, la réfusion, ça va être pour faire l'unité d'échange. L'unité d'échange. J'appelle mon frère Scorpion, frère Scorpion. Mon frère Scorpion, Bill Gates. Hey, bien sûr, we think Joe Biden, président des États-Unis, le 20 novembre, c'est pas grave, l'astrologie, je dis c'est comme ça qu'on fasse une révision de la dette. Quelle heure qui est? Ah, il est 3h57, peut-être on commence à 40 secondes. Fait que la dette, puis l'écrivez, puis faire une unité d'échange universelle, parce que l'argent, puis la monnaie, l'échange est encore là. Les États-Unis, donc conversion du dollar canadien et du peso du Mexique, dollar états-unis. Et faire cette conversion, et bien sûr, faire une nouvelle monnaie, unité d'échange universelle, unité d'échange universelle. Et que, avec ça, avec les satellites, le point dans le temps, que ça se fait, faire tous les points de vue de des produits pour les écoute, ça c'est en l'inflation. Il y a maintenant qui est la dette. So now we're gonna rock and roll for the road. Fait que ça c'est en général la théorie de refusion de la dette. Prendre toute la dette publique privée. L'argent de toute la dette, ça va fonder initialement ça va faire une fondation initiale de tout l'argent qui existe. I love the crows in the white snow, but in a rainbow. I love the crows in the white snow, but in a rainbow. I love my crows. The crows cheer me on. I love the crows. Peau noire. Love those crows, man. So the crows there cheering me on, and they're the fans, they're the legions. See there, the crows up. C'est les corbeaux, c'est mes prêter allégeance, légion, vous êtes ma famille. Pledge your allegiance, legions to our family, and love me some crows. Look at those crows, they're so nice. So I go a little bit of hydrate, and meditating on the crows, and how beautiful the crows are. And they're singing a chorus. Ils sont en train de chanter, puis en train d'avoir une mélodie, and we're gonna try to go up and drink some water, and see if we can go up. By here, oh yeah, people are skating, man. People are sliding. People are sliding, and look at that. La glissade, sliding. Go slide. Getting on the slide. Oh, they got it here for the. Oh, they got it for the. Kind of for the buildings, man. What else, man? Nice, man. You got cafeteria. You can come here. Some more royal, man. You can come do a lot of shopping there. Likes to see people and see they're going on the slides, man. Ils font de la glissade. De la glissade, sliding. See? Look. So you can come here, tourists, vous pouvez venir voir ici. Puis, it always brings me joy to see people skating, physical activity. Ça m'amène la joie. Puis les enfants de l'Empire for the children of the Empire. Just gotta be on the toes because it's sliding, it's slippery, you know? So I don't want to slide. And wow, oh look, so many people sliding, man. Thank you, merci beaucoup, I appreciate you. Thank you, merci. Hey, merci beaucoup. Une chanson pour toi. J'ai une chanson pour les amis de la montagne.
Une chanson.
Une chanson pour les amis de la montagne.
Ouais.
J'en compose souvent, oui. Juste aller boire de l'eau, c'est pour ça. Ciao, ciao. Excusez-moi, sorry, I just want to drink some water. Thank you. Drink some water here, you know. Oh yeah. Pardon, sorry. Look at that, man. So full of people. You can come skate here. Venez. Faites du patinage. Look at the skating. Skating is so nice. Lots of red, man. Beaucoup de rouge. And we're going to the sun. Oh, look at that beautiful. I'm glad I'm gonna get some sunlight. Content que je vais avoir du soleil de retour de ma grotte, dans ma grotte. Well, it's a long way now, but we're gonna drill it, drive it. I'm gonna get a little bit of sun because you know it's that January, so much sun needed. C'est en janvier, mais hey, avant que je départe, là, s'il vous plaît, tu sais, ça me dérange pas que vous fassiez le feu d'artifice, là. I don't mind, but please, this doesn't, I don't mind it, you know, whatever it is, see, $25, but please, this has to be put in the trash. I don't know if it's recycling, I'm gonna see. Imported, whatever the case may be, this, brothers and sisters, has to go. Hands fireworks, estimated 1873. I gotta check when I descend here. I'm gonna go put this in the garbage. This doesn't have to stay there. So I don't mind. I don't know whatever bylaws. I would say, okay, let it go. They want to have some fireworks, just let us know and let the police know there and let have some fireworks, have some fun. I'll be lenient because I love when people have fun. But this is not to be left there. This has to be put in the trash because I don't know if it's. I'm gonna check if it has the recycling on it. I don't think so. It looks nice. Iconic, see? Yeah, it looks nice, but it has to be put in the garbage. I think it doesn't have the recycling on it, so just gonna put it in the trash. See here where it goes. See, there's lots of trash there, so I'm gonna put it in the trash. See, in the trash. That's part of the back, and just put that in the trash. It doesn't have the I looked for the triangle that has the little arrows for the recycling, so juste mettez ça dans le recyclage parce que vous laissez ça là. Ici il y a des lapins, hein, j'en vois des lapins. Hey, look at that skate. Fais du patinage. Do a little bit of skating because I love it. I love it for the skates. On the skates, sur les patins. Qui fasse patinage, skate. Lots of red, beaucoup de rouge. I love it, man. C'est bon. Du patinage. Du patinage dans belle province, dans la neige publique. On chante rock'n'roll pour sur les patins. Ouais, let's go. Sur les patins publics, patinage artistique. Ils portent du rouge puis ils font de la glissade ce janvier. On the January in the public skates, they're doing some sliding on the skates. I love it, I love it, I love it, man. I'm happy. Even more people skating. Plus de monde qui font du patinage. Puis j'aime ça. I like to see that. People physically active. It gives me joy. Enjoy now that I go back and I still have 2 hours to go in these steel toes. J'ai encore 2 heures dans ces bottes de Cap d'Acier jusqu'à chez nous. Another 13.3 kilometers because I'm gonna take another snake road. It's gonna go like a snake like this. Ça va aller comme un serpent comme ça. Ça va aller comme un serpent comme ça. So I'm happy if I see people there and it brings me joy. I saw my favorite color dominating red, red, red. Je ma couleur préférée que ça domine rouge, rouge, rouge. Mais j'aime aussi le vert. Puis l'arc-en-ciel. I always like that rainbow and I enjoy the beautiful. Look at those crows. They're the legions down the road. They cheer this dragon on. C'est les légions. Les légions. Regarde. Look at those crows. They're cheering with the song. Let's go rock and roll with the crows on the lovers on the birds. Let's go rock and roll. Les corbeaux noirs, c'est la neige blanche en arc-en-ciel qui encourage. Prêtez allégeance, légion. Prêtez allégeance, légion. Vous êtes légion. Pledge your allegiance, legions, thou art family. More push-ups, more hugs, more crows singing in the choir. Plus de corbeaux qui chantent puis regardent dans la province. We in this North Americans United is the call. Go farmers, go today. Today for those food producers, all the bakers, nurses and all involved in the production and distribution of food at all levels. Pour tous ceux qui font de la distribution alimentaire de tous les niveaux aujourd'hui. For those, look at the crows. Oh yeah, my crows are singing for the dragon day, they're cheering. Look at the crows. My legions, the crows. Up above me, they singing, ils chantent en français puis en anglais. I love the black crows and the white snow with the rainbow. J'aime les corbeaux noirs, en beige blanche, avec l'arc-en-ciel, les corbeaux de la belle province qui chantent une chanson. Regarde. Je les compte comment qu'ils sont. Puis ils me disent go dragon go. On les aime les corbeaux. Ils disent bien bonjour. We love crows. Look at those beautiful crows above. Sometimes you gotta look up to see, you know. The crows. Love it with the crows. Crows. Beautiful crows. Wow. I love you crows. Thanks for giving me some legions. I love it with the crows. Et j'aime les corbeaux qui chantent. Ils chantent puis dansent puis regardent puis disent dragon on t'aime. We love you dragon says the crows. I know, do you know my secrets? I like BDSM switch. Je sais qu'ils connaissent mes secrets que j'aime me faire fouetter. Et c'est qu'ils connaissent mes secrets que j'aime me faire fouetter. Et c'est qu'ils connaissent mes secrets que j'aime me faire fouetter. Et puis regarde l'arc-en-ciel que ça danse. Puis que voilà, pansexuel en arc-en-ciel, du dragon pour le bordel, puis sa face bénézère, puis la danse, regarde, un autre ciel, du dragon, le soleil, du ciment, puis du béton, puis ça fera du doux. Merci les camionneurs, merci ceux qui sont en train de faire la cuisine, puis les infirmiers, those butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, 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 those involved in the production and the distribution of food. Right from this here, on the look. See, there are more crows. I counted at least 44. J'ai compté 44. Et là, je descends. Puis ça appartient aux forces canadiennes. Canadian Armed Forces right here. You need to be some color. Paint me some red. Paint-moi ça rouge. My brothers and sisters, y'all need to go change some diapers. Bill Blair, my citizen brother. Putting on a uniform and shaving your head does not make anybody entitled to fight for freedom. Se raser la tête puis mettre un uniforme, ça rend pas digne de te battre pour la liberté, you know. Takes a lot. If liberty is new, we gotta get that security service. North American Collective Civilisation. Dragon Army, public-private partnership. L'armée du dragon de partenariat public-privé. We gotta get the North American flags with the dragon flag, dancing goddess army flag. On doit mettre tous les drapeaux du Québec ensemble avec le drapeau du dragon puis de la déesse qui danse ensemble avec la fleur de lys, puis les étoiles, puis le serpent du Mexique, puis l'aigle, the snake and the eagle of Mexico, together with, of course, the flags of the North America with the new flags. 21st century, Scarlet Dragon Army, Green Rainbow, Rainbow Dragon, the dragon arc-en-ciel, saluting. My brothers and sisters put on the uniform, but need to go change some diapers, because who are you putting on the uniform for if not the 40 million Canadians, brothers and sisters? And I'll come read some books, change some diapers with you in the daycares. Thank you, daycare workers, man. Si vous mettez l'uniforme, c'est pour les 9 millions de Québécois et 40 millions de Canadiens, Canadiennes, ma famille ici, puis il faut faire un changement des âges, puis les nettoyer, puis faire des enfants dans les garderies, puis lire un livre aussi. Hein. Bravo, go jogging, go jogging, go jogging. Faites du jogging, faites du jogging, faites du jogging, faites bien. You're doing good, 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 good. And encourage, jog, 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 get those steps. Faites du jogging, somebody gives those jogger hugs afterwards. Quelqu'un donnez-leur des câlins après. Ça, j'ai besoin d'un gros câlin, mais donnez-vous des câlins pour moi à la place. I will need a hug. Hey! There's the public workers. Thank you for picking up the garbage, the compost and the recycling. Ça, c'est les travailleurs publics. Merci pour prendre le recyclage, les poubelles, puis le compostage. Maintenant, on s'en va en Westmount again. Already put in more marching steps than all the generals of NATO combined now. J'ai déjà mis plus de marche à bout de cap d'acier que les généraux de l'OTAN. See, need to be a little bit of paint. Painting some rainbow. Saluting my brothers and sisters. Try to do my workout. Essayer de faire mon entraînement physique. And we gotta do public-private partnership. Dragon Army, il faut qu'on fasse de partenariat public-privé, l'armée du dragon. And you know, we gotta get that started, our fitness journey. And we gotta encourage our fellow citizens to work out, train, exercise, and public hygiene. Il faut qu'on encourage nos citoyens et citoyennes de l'entraînement physique. Puis bien sûr, à l'hygiène en public maintenant que je m'en vais vers Westmount. The other peak. L'autre sommet de la montagne qui a 3 sommets du Mont-Royal. And it's right here, 19 seconds I got. 19 secondes, 19, 13, 14. Clicking on the clock. And we go all the way to the top. Feels good. Grateful, thankful again. And this one's for the farmers and farmers of North America, small, medium, large, and in the farms across North America, for the wheat, for that barley, for those potatoes, for that farming productions, and also dairy, you know, that dairy, that cheese, that milk, and the cattle, all the food producers, farmers, you know. Today, special march for them, rock and roll march for them. Une marche spéciale aujourd'hui pour les fermiers d'Amérique du Nord qui produisent les patates, les courges, les produits alimentaires, même le fromage, puis bien sûr le lait, puis tous ceux dans la production, puis distribution alimentaire. Donc ça inclut les camionneurs, hein? It includes the truckers, it includes the bakers, the butchers, you know, with tools, and now you got tools to cook, to bake, but it also takes some labor, it also takes some brains. You know, you got food, and gotta have secured food, housing, transport, and then offer services. You know, Dragon Army. Faut qu'on sécurise entre l'Amérique du Nord le transport, l'hébergement, puis la nourriture. Puis après ça, les services. To do things, to work out, train, exercise, do art, and work out, train, exercise some more. And give services with consent and hygiene. Puis, et ça avec des services, avec consentement, puis l'hygiène. And you see, that's what I put with the kisses. You know, it starts with now, here with me and you. Ça commence avec moi puis vous ici. Here we go on the Westmount. You know, got that drill and got it on the joy, and feel good. I've been depressed and suicidal across Canada 6 years ago, got me out of depression. Started working out, training, exercising, puis j'étais en dépression, puis suicidaire. J'ai traversé le Canada, là 6 ans de côte à côte. Ça m'a fait sortir de la dépression. I got a lot of learning every day. J'apprends tous les jours, but it takes some doing, eh? Ça prend aussi qu'on fasse. It takes also doing. It takes the thinker, takes the doer. It takes the emotions and the irrationalist part of the world, the dancing goddess army, the goddess temple, dreams interpretation, l'interprétation des rêves, priestess of the irrational dreams. Sometimes we're moved by interpretation, by different interpretations. Okay? Des interpretations. And yes, to make peace, to reconciliations, la réconciliation, rebirth, la renaissance. We gotta channel that aggression. Dragon Army, we channel the aggression with push-ups and hugs. I say Dragon Army, we channel that aggression with push-ups and hugs. Dragon Army, we channel that aggression with push-ups and hugs. J'ai dit, l'armée du dragon, sublime. On canalise l'agression par des pompes puis des câlins. On sublime l'agression par des pompes puis des câlins. On sublime l'agression par des pompes puis des câlins. On sublime l'agression par des pompes puis des câlins. Parce que moi-même, je l'ai moi-même. Mais je m'entraîne, je fais l'exercice. I got it myself also. But I work out, train, exercise. Going on these steps 300 times. Let's go get $300. I go 300 times up and down these steps. Descends puis je monte 300 fois sur ces escaliers. Pour vous. À bas de cap d'acier. In rock and roll. I do rock and roll, rock and roll. I do rock and roll. Here we go. Hey, we're gonna go all the way drilling. We're gonna go all the way drilling. It's super important to channel the aggression. C'est super important de faire l'agression, Got a 42. They got a beautiful sunset. Carpe diem it every day. I've been down and out. One foot in the streets, one foot in the library. J'étais aussi en bas, puis dépression suicidaire avec un jambe dans la rue, une jambe dans la bibliothèque. Mais c'est important la gratitude. Puis qu'est-ce que j'ai à offrir, puis qu'est-ce que je mets sur la table. C'est une théorie, my Trinity of theories. See? Now I'm going west, my richest, most affluent neighborhood of Montreal, Québec. Québec, North America, la belle province Canada. Maintenant je suis